Hello, hello! Welcome to episode 51 of Against the God. Vulcan, I was singing your comment. I like the reference. I actually recently listened to the Nightmare Before Christmas album. I'm just waiting for everyone to gather on Discord, and then I'm gonna jump in there as well. And hello, Emil, how's it going? And Castaway, hello. We have well, if you want the recap for the entire campaign, you can actually find it in our Discord. It's called Against the Recap. And as for last session in particular, Miki will cover that when we start. But today is probably the wedding that we've been waiting for. There's this upcoming wedding in our campaign that's been talked about for a good while now, and I think that might be happening today. I'm very excited. It should be like tomorrow in game, you know, and it's already evening in game for us. So, yeah, wedding crashers, exactly. It's kind of funny because we are basically wedding crashers because it's Reginald's uncle, I think. Or something. He's related to Reginald. Is it his uncle? Is it his father? I'm not sure. Maybe both. Either way, it's his wedding. And I don't think we're actually formally invited, but we're just gonna crash it, I guess, and see how that goes. I have a new drawing every week. I've been doing one new drawing from a previous session. So the left one is from our last session, which was the circus, which kind of got really messed up, and a lot of people died, and it's not a good time. All right, I'm gonna jump into the Discord. Not everyone is there yet, but hopefully they'll be there soon. Hello,
Hello!
Luna.
It's the ballooner. I am
Gosh.
currently getting my ass handed to me in Hades too.
Oh, okay, of course, yeah.
As you do.
I assume the other two is just a little bit late, but it's fine. It's only a few minutes past. No freaking out yet.
Just a few minutes.
So what are the chances that this is gonna be a nice and happy wedding, that everyone will have a great time and will have festivities and go home happy?
None. Zero. Nil. Non-existent. Absolutely impossible.
Hello.
Hey, Opa.
Yo.
Welcome. Hello, hello. Hey, Mickey, your frame didn't pop out this time. Crazy.
That's the mistake. Got on, do that real quick. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Oh! Did it do anything?
Vulcan thought you got Isakar, Mickey.
Oh. Isakar, when? By what? No, that's cat. Oh, look at the cute circus image. That does not... why is that frog back against that?
He
He's a
lives
recurring
rent-free
character.
in Rose's head, okay?
Oh.
She has a recurring dreams about frogs.
Oh,
She just can't seem to forget about it.
Oh, fucking... Okay,
Yeah,
D&D's
there's,
cancelled.
Life is cancelled. I'm jumping off.
Oh no.
Yeah. Do a backflip, Opa. Do a backflip.
I'll do a front flip.
Oh, okay. What, are you afraid of
I'll
getting
do a
hurt
flip
as you
flip.
commit suicide? A flip flip. Flip out! Yeah, well, Opa, I might join you on that one after witnessing the most recent update to ChatGPT. I thought the image generation couldn't get any worse.
Oh no.
Oh
You were
boy,
wrong.
I was severely wrong.
Can't you use the older versions?
I can, but that certainly has flaws too. Granted, I wanted an AI that could just generate for me a nice, cheers sanctum backdrop. You know, that would be so sweet for
Just
something
too
for
much
you
to
guys
ask.
to look at. It's too much to have a city. I don't know if it's like I want it confined within walls or I want a city. I don't know what the hassle, bedazzle, bejizzle is, but
The what now?
the hassle, dazzle, bejizzle
Ah, yes, of course.
is the same as a stonkalong. Heard about that?
Oh, no.
No.
Sadly not.
Are you happy and you know it? Jump off a cliff.
Whee!
Well, this is starting out great.
Whee! Oh, but I like that you're playing along now. We have properly brainwashed you after all this time.
Oh
Just
god,
go.
what happened to me?
Let yourself go full mental on all the memes. Mm-mm.
The memes,
One day-
Opa. The memes.
Sam will come
One
there,
day you catch yourself singing that while at work. Did a happy and you know it, kill yourself. Sorry, I didn't mean you. Hmm.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. Why we gathered again?
To
Good
listen to you read the
question.
recap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I woke up at about 8, no 7.
No, the recap of the last
Oh,
session.
the D&D recap. Why don't you just watch the 4-hour episode from last time?
You can do that. Yeah, yeah.
That's what we have you for.
Oh,
Final boss 11 plus.
What?
Final boss 11 plus.
Fine.
Final boss. Har du en nøgle blevet undersøgt? Gå og vælge at godkende
Alright.
noget.
Yes, I just had a guest I needed to take care of.
The fuck?
you're
Yes, I
suddenly
know
singing
I know
voices?
it's rare, but I do have Danish friends. It's
No way.
No.
There's
don't
people
you
in
talk
Denmark?
to me, funny
That's
Danish
crazy.
lawyer man.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
and don't we also
Well-
have the Norwegian redneck in here? Am I wrong about something?
Wow!
I don't think I'm allowed to call myself a lawyer. I'm just a case manager. But, yeah.
Well, in that case,
Good one.
Opa, do we have a do we
Now
have
that
a
we
date
all
at that
want to
bridge
kill
in a few
ourselves,
hours?
do you want to move on with
We should move on
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, to the recap. Yeah.
to the recap. Okay, so
You can
last
always
time.
read my journal if you want.
Oh yeah, sure. Give me a journal. Let me see what you wrote.
Okay. We got the fountain device. I don't even remember how, really. We just did it. Another sparkle sucker. Another. Good job, team. It doesn't matter. None of that matters now. The circus mattered. At first it was fun. Really fun. We were laughing, the performers were amazing, and I was this close to winning the circus. I could feel it. Then the performers bent, twisted, not into animals, into pieces of animals. Too many pieces, like someone glued the wrong parts together and said, "There, that's the person now." Except it wasn't. And then they started hurting people. That little girl, no, stop. My magic wouldn't stop. It kept bursting and cracking and doing whatever it wanted, and I couldn't breathe between surges. Everything shook inside me. I don't remember half of it. Maybe that's good. Maybe it's bad. Maybe it's both. We killed them. They killed too. Luna said later that they're called Reapers or Druid Assassins or something. I don't want to be here anymore.
Oh,
Okay, so let's get a recap that involves everybody and not just Rose, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead.
no, this is good.
No, this is good. Okay, this is just a world where we follow Rose. We have 4 people following one person going through a world. Okay. Rose, keep moving. We're watching through your eyes.
No!
She said loudly as she moved forward. No, okay. Okay, so the last time we left off, you guys at the plaza, mere moments away from the circus beginning, with one mission in mind before taking your seats within the tent to watch the performance play out. That one device that had managed to gotten away, sort of. The one device hidden inside the fountain. And while you all came up with brilliant ideas of distraction and deceit and disguise and hidden in plain sight through magics and tricks, ultimately, once again came down to Rose having to do a funny dance of sparklers and distracting people, while Paluna, in a final moment's nick of time, managed to tie a rope around a device and fire it off to Maroon Tov. It said as she. I quit. This is why we don't do recaps anymore, guys, because I'm Danish.
Mickey is having a Danish.
Yeah, so okay.
Dan, you broke him. You made him Swedish.
Oh fuck no, that's worse. Please, be Danish again.
Oh, thank you. For a moment, I felt useless. Anyway, Paluna standing on top of the water of the fountain, trying to not make a single sound or noise disturbing the water, causing distraction and attention towards the device. As they reached down for the device, their hand met resistance of their own reflection in the water, making Paluna think of fun times of when they were once sharing the same body with a weird entity from beyond the veil. In a brief moment of time, Paluna came up with the idea to tie a rope around the device, and with their magical bow and arrow, fire the device into the endless distance on top of a roof, and follow the arrow with a magical effect where they travel in the shadows of the flying projectile, landing with it on the rooftop with the device in tow. After that successful endeavor, while being perceived by multiple flying familiars, Paluna managed their way back to their party members, Rose standing there doing funny, weird shit, starting a new trend. The second weird trend to start in Church Sanctum thanks to this lovely little group. And Reginald kind of lost in thought for a moment, pondering if it was time to run or time to enjoy some relaxing festivities. Reuniting with the device secured, everything seemed to be just right. They got in queue for the circus, was entertained by jugglers and fire breathers and strongmen flexing their capabilities as circus performers. And once they got inside, having heard small details from kids that it was allowed to participate in the circus to some extent by showing your prowess in a way of magical grandeurs, spectacles, illusions, fireworks, whatever to just lift up the mood and festivity within the tent would bring about a conjoined performance between the audience and the circus troops. Rose interpreted it a bit differently, saw it as a competition and something that you could outright win, which would seem unfair in anyone else's eyes, considering most children participating were between the age of 5 and 10, and Rose was a young adult, late teenager in that moment. Nevertheless, Rose partook in the joyous festivities and thought that it was appropriate to use ancient magic to summon forth a spectral bear to somehow portray it as an illusion And while others caught on to this somewhat surprisingly appearing threat in the middle of the circus, others were busy with familiar faces that should not be about. Wizards that was part of this uprising, this terrorizing cell of wizards, where some had made it out just in the nick of time before soldiers stormed through the door, overtaking the scene, while others were captured and sent to jail. One of them was one who was clearly gotten rid of in the basement, killed by Commander Morgan himself, and yet they found this dwarf-looking feller sitting in the stands with 3 of the other deserters. Catching wind of their talks, it gave away that they were clearly not intended on going through their promise of dealing with the present matter of hand of getting rid of Cyrus as a threat of the entire wizard society within Tyr Sanctum, and more so care about their own winnings in all of this. The circus performance began, and while everything was a joyous festivity where Rose did her best to win the performance by messing with the circus actors in her best way possible, in a shift, in a swift moment, these supposedly docile, well-trained animals turned their heads towards their trainers, towards the audience, and began tearing away. Spared no children, no adults, no true performers. And hell broke loose within the tent. Thankfully, our 3 heroes, or whatever they see themselves at, stepped up to do their best possible to aid with this fight. Some more successful than others, I would say. Reginald definitely took the stands, showcased his magical prowess and his recent acquisition of divine powers. Paluna, ever thoughtful thinking of the people first, decided to help the commoners and civilians before aiding his own teammates. Rose, on the other hand, in her trench coat filled with candy, thought it would be wise to let chaos reign, and threw about her with candy in all directions, trying her best to inflict any kind of damage, only to find herself flickering in and out of existence for several seconds, before coming to a standstill and realizing the fight was over before she could even help in the beginning. After things settled, it was a matter of running, hiding, finding the culprits, or simply just pretending as if nothing happened. Ultimately, they decided that this stage manager of the circus, Tolliver Mandrell, might have something to say in this matter, and looking about, they found no trace of him. And as they were about to leave the backside of the tent, from where the troop would normally enter, they stumbled upon some rather endearing items of a divine persuasion. Through Reginald's heroic acts, he managed to persuade the currently inspecting personnel of the victims to go aid elsewhere. And with this moment of time, secured themselves some potentially helpful items in the future. And with that said, that is where we left our heroes the last time. Having acquired some newly found items, about to head out of the tent in search of this Tolliver Mandrell, a little elusive dwarf stage manager trying to either run or hide or something else. So, the stage is yours, Paluna, Reginald, Rose. What do you want to do in this moment?
I guess we were heading out and going to see if we can find that guy, the owner of the circus.
Paluna would say that, well, Reginald, Rose, I think we could leave at the back entrance and go to wherever the circus director's quarters would be. Start there.
Sure, yes. Sounds like a good plan.
Yes, let's get out of here.
You okay, Rose?
I'm fine. I'll skip out of the circus.
Headed into
on.
the streets of the city from the back entrance of the tent. On the back side of the tent, you notice several cars that you easily guess might belong to either animals or to circus troupe performers. Many of the cars have their doors left open, and where you would find normally security of some kind of the circus wandering about, you see trails of blood extending from some of the cars, some of the animal cages leading into the streets where a few mangled corpses can be seen. And the streets have people running in all directions and security of the tourist sanctum's forces moving closer to the tent, circulating the tent, moving about hastily. Even some arcane constructs seem to be stomping their way slowly through the streets in patrolling of the circus and its nearby area, gathering that either things are still ongoing or they have not been made aware that things within the tent have been handled and dealt with yet. I would say there are no obvious trails that leads to a direction where you can say that's Tolliver Mandrill, but there are some cards that stand out more than others. There are not name tags on them. They have, hand-painted motifs on them. Some portrays the strongmen, some portrays the line slack walkers, and others portray the classic animal circus portraits. And a single card portrays a man with a large curly mustache and a big wide grin, not in a creepy way, more so in a hearty, welcoming way. And while it doesn't resemble Tolliver Mandrill that you saw within the circus, there could potentially be some similarities between the people.
Quick, to the cart with the mustache.
Or make
No
you sing.
circus director could not be that ostentatious.
Closing in on the cart, there are no blood trails leading into that specific cart itself. The door is open and there is some lamplight within it. And within, with Pluna, with your passive perception, you hear some rummaging about within the cart. You can't tell any murmuring, there is not voices, it's mostly just drawers being pulled open and things being thrown about.
Luna throws up a hand, does the sign across his lips to be silent as he's going to start slowly sneaking over towards the noise, making as little sound as possible to get to it.
Your passive stealth would be high enough for you to not be noticed regardless.
Mhm.
So moving up close, you hear panic breathing. A sound that you in real life are probably familiar with after having run a marathon. You know, that staggering breath.
Yeah. Not that one.
Not that. No, I have a hair thing in my throat, so I'm totally dying, but it's fine.
Do not.
I will not.
Oh no! Drink some water.
Luna, you're the DM for a moment. I'm drinking. So what do you see as you enter the cart?
I assume I see a cart that has been, ransacked by someone who's searching for whatever they can bring with them, going through this drawer, that drawer, with no regard of closing it properly, that it was fully open just so they could get their hand down the drawers enough. Maybe there's a cupboard here and there with the doors thrown wide open and a couple of clothes rummaged through. Everything's in disarray leading up, and you can see the beginning of the cart was more of an entrance and there's less doors. There's less chaos, but you can see that the haste and the rush to get going and get out becomes greater and greater as you go into the depths of the cart. From the back where you can hear the rummaging of someone looking for something.
There's a distinct sound of clothing being thrown about and something heavy being put on top of her table, and you can hear a latch being unhooked, and you can hear some rummaging of coin, and you hear the counting of 1, and then okay, that should be it.
And Boluna will sneak up behind him as he's counting and put a dagger to his throat and says, "That's enough of that."
Sneaking up behind this fairly short-statured person who is hunched over something sat on top of a table with clothing and a sack next to him, freezes up and tenses up for a moment. There's not a lot of coin, but if you put the knife down, I can leave you a bit. I understand that times are tough at the moment. Just please spare me, okay?
An
I have enough to
entire
see
circus full of animals turns into shape-shifting killers and overrun this town. And yet, here is a little safe haven. I'm not after your coin, circus master. I'm after what you had to do with this.
I promise I had nothing directly to do with this. Well,
but a cute choice of words. Nothing directly, so why don't you introduce me to the indirectness?
Make an intimidation check with advantage. That's... listen here, young man. Put the knife down, and I promise I will leave some coin behind. You will not need to talk about this. And the Reaper druids, the druids of the reaping kind, the animals, they
I know
just
of the Reapers.
yeah.
Skip to the point.
Were you there during my introduction of the show? I presume you were. We traveled throughout the continent, performing our acts, and granted, the reception in the western part was less grand than what it is in the eastern part. We had some troubles leaving a certain port. And these have you met them before? These you said you're familiar. They're not exactly.
Reputation precedes them.
They're not the kindest of people.
Nature's assassins.
They snuck. They forced their way into our midst in the sense that a drunken night, coming home from a performance, I noticed an animal or two was missing. And when they sort of appeared the following day, I didn't think much of it. In hindsight, probably
Can
should
I
have.
insight check him on this?
Make an insight check.
29. No, 31.
Oh, in that case, you.
You don't get anything, unfortunately. The DC was 30 on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DC 30. Hell.
He is. You notice that when he speaks, there's a hesitation when he says that he didn't think much of the situation. There was like this heavy gulp. He either knew or had suspicions of it, but decided not to pursue these suspicions.
The knife inches closer to his throat. I would advise you against not lying or lying by omission.
Listen.
You have caused so much death today with your passivity.
Okay.
Your coin you can offer me is nothing compared to the truth I want out of you. And if I don't get that, there's just another victim of the rampage in here.
Make an intimidation, and once again with advantage, having caught him in a lie. Listen, understand. I am I'm a tradesman. I'm a businessman. The day after my animals had disappeared and reappeared, I found a heavy gold sack in my quarters, and that gold sack amounted to more than what we make touring this entire continent in a year. I presume that we might be carrying or supporting or cargoing one or two of these creatures. They're not pack animals. They're not pack reapers. They're not, whatever the fuck they are. They're not.
Hey,
working.
calm down. Heroes do not perform for money. Heroes perform for the joy of it.
He kind of tries to turn around a little bit to see where this young female voice was coming from, having thought it was only Paluna in here.
Don't worry, I have reinforcements, but I understand those motives. So, you said they're not pack animals. You knew that your animals had gone missing, and suddenly there's so many of them. Didn't it clue you in to, if something solitary starts grouping up, that in a moment, something bad is going to happen?
Have you seen the world we live in? Bad things are happening everywhere, and I thought I would get some money. I would take the first ship out of this shitty place after tonight's performance. It's the wedding. It's the biggest event we've had in years. If I could just make a little bit on top and take the ship to the Far East, I would be fine. I did not anticipate for this to happen.
The Far East has lost its king recently of the Eastern continent. It's not ruled by the demon Asmodeus. I do not presume that you wish to try your luck in that direction.
Oh, I was planning on going way further east than that.
If you're able to be stopped by my knife, you'd never survive that journey. The elementals themselves are uprising. I have seen it. So, stop beating around the bush. Here's my real question. How much of their motive and other machinations do you know about?
Are you asking what me, is a owner of a circus of the third generation, knows what assassins want?
I'm asking as the businessman who suddenly found a heavy pouch of gold, his ship filled to the brim with danger he could sense, what else he learned when looking out for himself.
I'm gonna roll a history check for this guy who has traveled the continent a few times, just to see if he would have an inkling. Nope.
He does not.
He does not. I was just trying to make money and get out of here. You can feel like snot dripping down the blade, like giving some weight to the tip of it. Change, make money.
And can Paluna feel that this is the truth? Do I even need to insight him for this?
No. There is not a single hint of deception with this.
Paluna takes and sheathes his knife.
Kind of falls on his knees, bunks his head against the edge of the desk. I've lost so many people today. They're not just my employees, they're my friends. And in greed, I lost them.
Then you've learned your lesson. I recommend you turn yourself in. The guard will be significantly more aggressive with their questioning than I will be. Tell them the truth, be honest about it, and give them whatever information you can. Did these Reapers leave any other evidence, any communications or such that we can use? And if not, I'll be out of your hair.
I don't know much. I know where we picked them up, but
Paluna flips open a notebook and says, "Do tell."
port far west, as far as west goes, called Kashmir. Is the only human-like civilization on the western part of the continent, which is why they would have us in the first place as performers. That's where I noticed the animals missing. Kind of just deep sighs, deep breaths, trying to calm his composure as an actor would do. Can I go now?
Yes, you can. Luna steps out of the way.
He kind of in a defeated state, wraps his hand around the top of the sack and takes this little casket with a coin in it and closes the lid, tucks it under his arm and drags the bag of clothing behind him, defeated, walking past Rose for a moment, glancing at her. No, don't. Down the staircase out of the wagon.
I'm standing next to the entrance, and as he comes out, and look at him and hold out my hand, like the bag, hand it over.
My bag of clothing.
The money that shall go to the families of the victims here today. Come on, hand it over.
Make an intimidation check in this case, because he's clinging onto this as his last hope for something to happen in the future.
Ooh! Oh no,
17.
Reginald with the good RP rolls. We know what this means.
Oh no.
He looks up at you and with the casket under his hand with the gold coins in, just lift his hand slightly and the casket falls on the ground, breaks open and coins start rolling around on the ground. He kind of throws this sack with his clothes in defeat and anger. Oh, this was for nothing.
Just be glad you're still alive.
Kind of looks
Go
at
on.
me for a second. Begins to run. Anyway.
I'll pick up the money and I'll quickly look at how much it is, but I'll close it all up.
At a quick glance, you have seen more money in your life before. It rounds at about 215 platinum pieces.
115.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I will. Do I see any of these guards out there? The construction ship?
There are people running around all about you, patrols looking for suspects, and also people looking for more wounded. And there are people exiting the tent. Some of them are the people that aided in the fight within the tent. They seem need to look through and just sees the blood trails leading behind as well, and proceeds to follow the blood trail, walking somewhat past you with a few meters distance, following a trail leading into another cart, shouting, "We got another one over here! Bring a..." No, never mind, it's too late.
I'll look for someone that looks like they might be in charge here in this at this moment. Someone that is helping some of the civilians.
There does not seem to be anyone designating in charge. You would think in this moment some character like Commander Morrigan would be first at scene.
He hasn't been seen in a while.
He hasn't been seen in a while, you know.
It's weird.
It's weird, yeah, how that somehow lines up. You know that most people from the Tyr's army that are in command are usually inquisitors that are more often than not out on missions rather than within the city. and the commander is the one who maintains all security personnel within the city.
Fair enough.
So,
Then I'll look for someone that is
Mhm.
actively helping out, like with the citizens.
There is one of these fellow robed, wizardry-looking female
Yeah, I'll go for one of them.
magisters.
I'll point at them and you come here, please, quickly.
She runs over to you and like rolls down her hood. Yeah, have you found any other victims? Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. We apprehended the owner of the circus.
Apprehended him?
Well,
Where is he?
He's a poor fellow. It's not much worth. He won't make it.
Oh, you
Where he is
let
going.
a prime suspect get away from the scene of crime.
We questioned him. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Or my
Comes
colleague did.
walking out of this hearing this and said, "I've interrogated him. He was a man motivated.
Right,
Nothing,
you.
by nothing
I need a
free."
word with you. Right.
Hold on,
and-
I wasn't done
Oh.
speaking.
Ah,
I here have, some of his money, his profits of this fateful night, and I thought it would probably be best to give that to, families of the victims, or pay for their funerals, such things. So I'll hand the casket over to that lady and say, "You take care of it, yes?
and
Perfect."
sees it like mutters a little bit. I don't think this is going to replace the wizards we lost, but I guess a few commoners will be happy with. Appreciated, much appreciated. Walks over to Paluna with the casket in hand. And you, sir, you said you interrogated this owner of the circus. What can you relate to us in this matter? We are kind of at empty hands, aside from the Reapers, but how they got here, what their purpose was, and if there was anyone outside of their society that might have aided in this endeavor.
Luna takes out his notebook and flips to the page he just wrote down on the details of this guy, and quickly recaps for her. I interrogated the owner at knife point. He wrote down, motivated by nothing more than his greed, and to cut the story short, one day in a far western port of Kashmir, I believe, his circus animals went missing one day and were replaced the next by something else. And he found a very large bag of coins, most of which you have there. From that point on, he continued on with the circus, knowing that something dangerous was on his troop, but did nothing about it. Eventually, he arrived here to the biggest job of his current time and for a long time to come. And the troop itself, the shapeshifted Reapers, put their own plan into action. As for the motives as such, he was completely unknowing of it, but if I might hazard a guess, they were here to object to the wedding tomorrow.
Do you have a name I can use as reference as I hand this over to Commander Morrigan when he's showing up again?
I whisper to Poluna, Coluna.
No.
What's that, young miss?
I do not.
No
He
name.
said
You
Kuluna.
don't. Kuluna.
I wish to remain
Okay.
anonymous.
I'll
for
write
this.
down Kuluna. Noted. Do you have enough residence to see we can contact you at? Should we need more?
Poluna looks at Reginald, sort of to gauge yes, no, to
I'm
giving
just
the
shrugging.
relocation. The
The
Embervale
Embervale Mansion.
Oh, you're a guest at the Emberville. Oh, right. Well, that makes it easy to find you. Whew. Right. Thank you for your service, and we'll get in touch when we need more information. Thank you for your service. I got people to tend to. If you see any more wounded or suspicious-looking people, please redirect them to any of us in our uniforms. We should be able to help. Kuluna,
Poluna nods.
young miss, young sir, thank you. And she turns around and heads back towards the tent.
You two, sort of huddled together with the other two. Want to go check out the animal carriage where these druids spend all their time for good measure?
The animal carriage?
Yeah, the one over there. Points to the carriage painted with animals.
I guess.
Sure, yeah. I also wanted to check if that other wizard fellow is still around here. He headed this direction. Probably ran off, but just want to have a quick glance. Do I remember what? Well, of course, Reginald would remember, but what this guy was wearing, the wizard that
He was a
was invisible, and then yeah.
Make a history check for me, just to see what details specifically.
15.
So you have heard of the race Githyanki before, not so much seen them in person or witnessed them in action in any way, but you have heard of how they one day arrived with some new advancements in telepathy and other telekinetic magic of some force. And one of them was this person within the tent. You suspect that you're tying the things together that he was within the basement, known as the Mindweaver Aurel Nithix. That he was one of the frontiers who introduced it to the Emberville Mansion and kind of spearheaded the entire research upon how other races aside from himself could use this connection with magic that you had never touched upon before. You have no idea of his homestead or where he would usually reside. You just know he is green of skin, with a slick face and black stripes across his head, and he usually wears a beige-colored long robe that kind of has runic symbols on it that are unfamiliar to any kind of magic nature you perform within Tyr Sanctum.
Okay, are any of these like traits of how he was looking? Could I see something resembling any of these cards that are still outside here? Is anything like beige or like these symbols? Like something similar on any of these things?
None of them immediately strikes you as places that he would reside in. If he's hiding in one of them or has business related to the tent, it is hard to put a finger on.
Yeah.
The
Nothing like, oh, that card looks like what he was wearing.
There is not a card painted purple with a mystic leaning over a crystal ball with green face and going, oh, no, nothing like that.
Fair enough. Well, let's go find that animal card. Yes.
Yeah. And one more thing, Reginald. The city's going to be in total chaos. Yeah? Where do you think those? Where do you think those last remaining devices are?
Oh, remember though, near the sewer where we found the other one, but a little bit closer to the outer walls. I mean, I could cast the spell again and go find them, but
let's go to where you remember the location in the near to short term. Because I have a feeling that if we should slip past some guards in the sheer chaos like this, now might be the perfect time.
I guess we could go find those. Yeah. Well, is it? What time is it? Is it getting late or?
It is later onto the evening, yes, in this moment. The circus events was a few hours in before things went south, with you having stood in queue and the whole thing starting.
Might also be time to head off to bed and prepare for tomorrow. Tomorrow is a big day, you know. Very important day.
I think we need to do something now before the guard rallies.
What is it that you want to do, Paluna?
Find the last device that we're missing.
How do we know there's only one more?
Oh, there were definitely a couple more.
Yeah, but we have the one in the sewers and we have the one from the fountain. Didn't you say there were 3 left?
Oh,
No, you got 3. You got the one from the fountain. You got the one from the circus manager's tent.
that's what
And you
we
got one
have,
from
but there are
Sears.
more, a lot more, right?
Hmm. You got
You said-
several pings when you were closer to the
Exactly.
sewer when you were locating an object. They were at
Oh, I thought-
the edge of your locate object spell, so 3,000 feet in several directions leading towards the outer wall of the city. 1,000 feet. The range of your...
And there could be more on like the opposite side of the city that I couldn't get a ping on. So
Wait,
You could glean that, yes, the way that things were lined up.
there
Could
could
they
be
be all around the
all
island?
sorts of. Perhaps, yeah.
With Reginald's
know.
keen mind, you will remember that Master Pell, during the meeting in the basement, talked that there were 3 magic devices he was aware of, and they were strategically placed around the plaza.
Exactly.
He was not aware of... He didn't mention anything that would mention other devices being spread about. He mentioned that both the arcane constructs and the devices were new inventions that he had put forward, but never really gotten the recognition of. And the amount of time that had passed versus how long it would take to produce these things, he found it reasonable in that moment to only think there were the 3 of them.
okay, but so we have every one of them the central area.
Yes.
Yes. Which is probably going to help. I'm not sure. We're still not quite sure
It's probably good
Why?
enough.
what they
But why-
plan on doing with it, except for casting an anti-magic zone across the city. But if where we are in the middle of the plaza, we can still cast magic, that would probably help us, you know?
We need to speak with Dorian, though. What
Of
if the
course,
ones...
that's-
Yeah, but what if the ones on the outside of the city would block teleportation or leaving?
I mean, yes, I guess. If someone is there in that area and they to cast magic, they couldn't. Sure, yes.
Where is your brother Dorian? Is he back at the mansion?
I have no idea. Probably. We should
I-
head there, I think.
I think we say this as we enter the animal thing we've been walking towards with this
Mhm.
conversation. Right,
Getting
let's finish
closer
up
to
here. then.
the carriage that would carry some of these animal creatures, whereas some was sat outside of the main entrance to the tent, just as a visual display of the animals going wild inside the cages. These other ones seem to have just been a storage purpose for the animals of transport from boat to circus placement. Looking throughout the outside of the wagon, there are no obvious signs of bloodshed, no bodies that have been dragged about, no obvious carcasses of animals.
Just looking at this place, does it appear like there's anything off? Or does everything look like it's fine?
Make a combined survival and nature check for me.
Oh, well, those are two I hadn't expected here, but
Hmm.
I can do
Okay.
those.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
An average of 30?
Almost,
Huh?
almost
Twenty
two
maxi?
net 20s in a row.
Damn.
That's a bit scary.
20 and a 90.
So, moving closer to the carriage and walking up the ramp into a hay-filled space that are barred with irons of both sides, and then wooden walls towards the far end of each front and back side. You trace your fingers across the bottom of the carriage, where you would normally find remnants of produce from the animals of some kind. And your fingers come across scratch marks that in the process changes size, as you have recently experienced these Reaper druids, that they would be much more fluent in their shape-shifting than what is previously been displayed to you through bear transformation that are much more instantaneous. You don't really glean that it is the same kind of transformation that has happened here. You can tell that there have, despite this fluid transformation, been several animals contained within this carriage, and these animals have fornicated within here, as you find remnants of stickiness that you could only glean would be for that kind of nature. There are no excrements in here, which is odd for animals not to leave behind. And there are also humanoid remains, but not in the same kind of like dead body remains. More so, someone cut a tuft of their hair off and left it in here. Someone peeled their fingernail off and left it in next to it. It is weird sensory experience of trying to trace an animal through this space, because it could be 2 animals that have stayed here. It could also be 1,000 with the various amounts of traces that you find in here. And the 2 traces that stand out the most is the fact that some of them were humanoid. The creatures you saw within the tent weren't humanoid. Even the humanoid aspects of them, they were always in some kind of state of transformation.
I relate this to everyone else.
I don't understand what
Can't
that
make
means,
heads-
Baluna.
I can't make heads or tails of this myself. Well, the evidence speaks for itself. That whatever was here, it was humanoid.
Not here
and-
anymore.
Yeah, I mean, probably killed most of them, or the guard did. But there doesn't seem to be any major clues that we can find in here, or anything about that will give us hints about their motivations. Just that they were here. Maybe if you took some of the hair or such and you had a tracking spell, you might be able to do something, but other than that, I think this is a dead
Well,
end.
it is to locate objects, ones that I'm familiar with, not necessarily people.
Yeah. Nobody
Well,
recognizes
I mean, we
hair
know
as
where they
Baluna
came
sort of
from.
takes it up.
Mhm. Sorry?
None of you guys recognize this kind of hair, right?
I look at the hair and
Blonde,
see
you
if
said?
I recognize it.
I would say you have no chance of successfully rolling anything that could identify the origin of this hair.
No, just hair. It kind of likes the same colors. Were you in here, Baluna? Can you shift into an
No, I
animal?
hope not. No.
You sure?
Quite.
Maybe you can
You
turn into a
sure?
fish, and that's why your room got all wet.
You can see Baluna sort of opens his mouth to refute it, and then immediately gets a very concerned look on his face.
Or an octopus, or like a starfish.
That's, you know what? This is a dead end. There's nothing for us to find here. Yeah, and I mean, let's go. Go places to be. Let's drop this conversation. It happened exactly never.
I turn around and start
Can we
walking
start?
in a direction that I think is towards the Emberville Manor.
Okay, Rose, go ahead and make a survival check for me.
10.
You look about the streets. You've definitely been on these streets before. The most recent direction you can think of is that direction. And Baluna, you see Rose just in confident strides walks towards where the sewers are.
Rose, not there.
Wait, where then?
Where are you going?
Come on, this way.
Oh, right, yes. I
The
recognize it
exact
now.
opposite direction. Turns around. Right.
Almost had it. That was like a
Confident
50-50. I
again.
could have been right.
Rose, go ahead and roll a d100 for me. I just want to see like how much of your candy you have left in your coat after your little incident. We're talking percentages here. Just okay, you have about a 40% of all the candy. You could say that you've eaten some of it subconsciously, and the rest is laying in the ground, covered
Okay.
in hay in the circus tent.
Alright.
You had a candy apple, you have some popcorn, or like what used to be popcorn is now hay corn. You have
Well, I wouldn't have
some
picked the
assembly
stuff up
of-
from the floor. I want to pay on my lollipop.
Fair. Walking towards the Emperor Mansion, you are catching that as you get further away from the plaza, there are less soldiers moving about, as if they have a perimeter of search area that they do not go beyond. And as you get beyond that perimeter, the streets die down. You occasionally catch a lovey-dovey couple standing in a corner talking about how lucky they were to get away from that and kind of reminiscent over lost ones or how bad things could have gone by. But the streets are, for the first time you're within the city, despite the fairly peak evening time, are mostly left empty. And whether that is because of the events or because people want a good night's sleep before the wedding the day after, it's hard to tell, but this is ominously quiet, but also just calm and chill. You can feel that it's a city that has not seen rest in a long time.
Luna would start looking around anxiously for the crowd, the masses. You know, kind of a, this is not how a city normally is like this. This is wrong. Even though he probably knows why, because of the attack. And then he's going to proceed to say, what about that Camille fellow?
What about him?
Who?
None of us have seen any individual that suspicious, right?
No.
Any individual suspicious?
No, you wouldn't know him. He's a necromancer of vastly evil proportions. It's just... I have a feeling I'm
evil
placing...
proportions?
Yeah, he's real evil.
Is he huge? Like an ogre?
Well, actually, last I saw him, when I last killed him, it was more like... Paluna put his hand like a little above here, but like, it's not what he is anymore, I think. He should have a different body now?
Oh, that's
has
why he
multiple,
has evil
remember?
proportions. His different bodies.
Mm.
I understand. Well, I haven't seen him, and I don't have seen anyone befitting such a description today.
Today.
Feels like, as we're walking back towards the Unveiled Estate, feels like I'm missing a connection here with him. What is his game here?
That's a good question. I think he... Last time he was working with those people in Breakpoint, right?
Yeah, he was working with the...
Not sure what his agenda was, but seemed to be set upon experimenting with Dampiers and vampires alike.
Vampires.
Yes.
Pretty scary.
Like Valentina. You remember Valentina, right, Rose?
I don't know if I met. Have I met Valentina? I don't think I. Who?
Oh, she was a lady in Darkwind. Yeah. When you first met us?
Well, I might have
Guess
walked
you
past
must-
her when we went to.
Guess you
see
just
those
must have
demons.
missed her, yeah.
Yeah.
When we get back there, we'll introduce you. She's pretty nice.
Okay. And she's a vampire.
Yes.
Is she of
There's a bunch of
evil
vampires in Darkwind.
proportions?
Well, no, she's not.
Okay, that's good.
She has good proportions. It's fine. Don't worry.
Shit. I'll note that down in my journal.
Just ask Jimmy if she has evil proportions.
Oh my god. No, she got mad proportions, yo. Especially when she had that vest that gave her +1 charisma.
Exactly.
Damn.
The booba shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bullshit. Anyway, right. So headed towards the Embervale Mansion, you approach the gate where Thaddeus Embervale, the family member you met the first time you came to the city, standing guard at the gate. The brother who tended to bully Kip a bit. Luna, I remember you. Red-haired girl, I remember you. You, I don't remember. And he distinctly points at Reginald.
It's your brother. He started aging backwards.
You know what? Not the weirdest thing that has happened in this family, but I'm glad to see some luck is coming your way, Reginald. Maybe you're not the laughing stock of the family in the end. Busy night?
Ooh, who knows? We'll see about that.
Oh, you still sound the same. I guess the voice thing just stays 98, 90, 100, whatever old you were. Oh, you wonder?
Anything going on in here? Any news?
Kip is out on chores. I think the rest of the family's kind of busy with the wedding. I don't really know what we're supposed to do. It's not like we've seen.
I was going to ask if you knew,
like,
if you knew we were expected somewhere, or are we just supposed to be in the crowd and just look at the balcony? And
I don't know. I mean, I just use my name to get in where I want to go. I presume that to do the same for tomorrow. Use the family signet ring to get in, and could have a seat. Finally see the old fucker for the first time. I mean, that uncle has been hiding from us for years. So much for being the head of the family. So I thought this might be the prime opportunity to get a good glance at him.
I
and of course, Marine.
That you guys are a family of learned wizards, incredibly intelligent mages, and none of you are questioning this? Seriously, Reginald.
What do you mean none of? You know
no
I've been
offense. How dense are you?
Is
Would
that
you
an
care
insult?
to explain to? I mean, it is pretty insulting.
He does know it is our
not a big
house. He's
fan.
about to
Not a
enter,
big fan
right?
of this.
No. I can't even make fun of you being old anymore. What the fuck am I supposed to mock you about? How you swing that little needle stick around? That's not rather very wizard-like of you. Have you made your own spell yet, Reginald?
I've been a bit busy, okay?
That I can make fun of.
Time.
You're still a novice!
Reginald, do you want me to fireball
Are you sure about that?
No, that would be a
no need
terrible
to
idea,
fireball.
Rose.
But I also wouldn't call myself a novice anymore.
It's probably for the better.
Yeah.
I'll see
Reginald,
about
you've graduated from the School of Hard Knocks on Life.
that. Well, I wouldn't say
You don't
that.
You don't invade the plane of Earth and get out alive, even in, albeit a little bit of a smarter degree than I did, and say you haven't graduated the School of Hard Knocks. I'll survive a demon assault. Don't worry about it.
Well, that was. I mean, I guess. We've accomplished quite a bit over these last few months. Not bad, not bad.
Good on you,
It's a
Reginald.
start.
Maybe one day you can be the head of the family. Just gotta outlive the rest of us.
Maybe wouldn't you? Why is he always standing out here in the yard, Reginald? Is he a guard?
Well, every family member has a few days of the week where we attend chores, either with the stores or. Why am I even explaining this to you? I don't even know
Well,
who you are.
I don't have these chores.
Well,
That's
you
because
haven't
you're
been home
like
for.
a pretty important person, Reginald. I guess this guy just works here.
We kind of assumed you tucked your tail and ran, and before that, we didn't really care because you weren't really accomplished in anything.
I guess. Yeah.
To be fair, I envied you from time to time, you know? It would be nice to just lean back and have whatever you were having. You look like you had fun while you had it. Even when I peered through with that. Never mind that. You want to go inside?
What?
No, don't worry about it.
No, finish that sentence.
No, don't worry. He kind of turns around and locks the gate open and pushes. Yeah.
Was
Kip
it a
should be with
scrying
you
spell you
shortly.
were doing? This man's getting insight checked on his answer, by the way.
Go ahead and make an insight check. Maybe not necessarily an insight check. Yeah, he made an insight check. No, maybe not necessarily a scrying spell, but other means of prying might have been used.
It's magical, he was prying.
Well, I'm sort of flattered you watching me, I guess. Take it as a compliment.
You were one of the loudest in the house at the time, you know. So I was just curious to see what had you.
Oh, did you miss
Loud.
him while he was gone? That's really
Oh
cute.
God, no.
Anyways, we'll head inside.
Yeah. So this is.
Have you seen Dorian?
That's the
Is he
longest
still-
conversation
is he
I've
inside?
had with you.
Yeah, and it was not completely unpleasant. Should probably speak more often.
I think the Dorian fellow should be somewhere.
He just looks like, did you completely gloss over me? Just try to like. Fine. Yes. Thank you.
Yep. You have a good evening, and I really like your attire, all of you.
I start
Grounded,
running in towards the entrance like it's full speed ahead, just out of nowhere.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll just give him
should
like
go take care of
a
the bundle of chaos.
awkward pat on his shoulder as I walk past.
This is horribly confusing.
Like,
Is Paluna
Just leaves the
only
hand a
one to
little
hear?
bit, just a tiny bit too long, you know, like.
Yeah,
Sure.
when you suddenly have that alienated family member who you sit down and have a conversation with for the first time in 50 years, and you're like, so, what do you do for a living? You should know. Anyway, you head inside the mansion, and there is no Kip to be found, as he was out on shores and has not made it back yet. The estate itself seems rather empty, the courtyard leading up to the mansion and entering the halls of the mansion and leading up towards your rooms. Not a single soul to be found. It's quite quiet.
Quite quiet.
Quack, quack.
I'll just do a quick shout, Dorian! Are you here?
I mean, if his room is at all soundproof, why not just use a messaging spell?
Well, because sometimes just don't feel like casting magic, okay?
Luna looks at you to like, you just said something that doesn't function in his mind. You have the ability to make whatever at your fingertips. Water, lightning bolts, talk to people far distance. You don't want to use it?
Oh, well, it's actually quite hard work, you know, to do all these things. It's not like I'm some sort of sorcerer that just does it.
Huh? Do you want me to do
Give her
something?
credit. No.
I'll pick up my necklace.
No.
Dorian, it's Rose, and I just came back to the Emberville house, and I was just wondering where you were. And also, I really want more of those marshmallow, but I'll tell that to Kip, the little boy. Is he with you, by the way? And yeah, this is Rose. The necklace now.
Rose, you stand there for a moment, and you hear this.
I think the message has been sent. You received it.
What?
What did he say?
Oh, he didn't answer me. I just got the confirmation sounds that the message has been received.
It doesn't.
I've never heard
Wait,
those.
what? Mine does that.
I've never heard any confirmation sounds.
Yeah, this is a new thing.
Really? Maybe my necklace is special. It probably is because I made it myself.
Well, that must be then, yeah.
Concerning.
Anyways,
So,
well,
what do you think?
I was thinking of visiting the crypt again. Remember how I found out who my mother is, probably?
Yeah.
Well, I thought I could go and visit her and perhaps use my book to find a spell that will allow me to talk to her.
Oh.
Maybe she could give us some answers, you know?
That sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah? You two ready to join me?
Yeah, if you want us
Personally,
to.
I want to find out what. I want to hear what Dorian found out today.
I think it's a great idea,
Yes, if only we could
Reginald.
reach him somehow.
You can try to talk to your mother. That's amazing.
Well, I'm not sure if it will work, but I thought it could be of valuable information. Maybe she could tell me something about my father, the professor.
Yeah.
What kind of man he is. Or
Maybe.
maybe she knew his plan.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Anything will help.
let's go then.
Very well, to the crypt.
On the way there,
Walking
I'll
off the mansion
say,
again.
on the way there, I'll say to Reginald and Paluna that when we rescued Dorian from the jail, right? He told me this story about this queen called Titania, I think, from the Fey Waste, and then
Feywilds? Yes.
yeah, and he said it was a true story, and so I was thinking maybe someday we can find this queen, and like I bet she has answers.
About your parents, you mean?
Rose, I like the way you think. My every instinct tells me that that is a whole book in itself, and that will bring nothing but epic problems and adventures.
Sounds like a great idea. I'm sure after this whole adventure here in Tear Sanctum, a trip to the Feywilds would be welcome reprieve, you know?
Well,
You mean a trip to the Shadow Isles?
Is that where we're going afterwards?
We're definitely going to. Oh, there's been an ocean of things from that place that doesn't add up right now. And it all seems to be connected to there.
Mysterious.
Yes, yeah. Anyways, we'll deal with that after this whole thing has been
Yeah,
solved, you know, the whole professor
mhm.
problem.
of course.
I like the confidence in saying we're going to solve this problem.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mm-mm-mm.
More
What is the
like,
problem
just
anyway?
add another question to the pile.
Hmm.
I imagine like there's a section of Paluna's notebooks that's just like a fucking conspiracy diagram at this point, and it's
all
just
coming together.
completely out of hand. And like there's one part where he tried to write the name of the guy, and it just didn't do anything. So he tried to write something else, and then he finally wrote the Smuck.
And somewhere you're tracing a line across the name George Bush and Iraq, and you don't know where you got those names from, and it just continues in weird names and symbolisms you've never heard of before.
Totally.
Walking through the mansion halls and into the courtyard again, going around the large mansion into the small paved way leading into the crypts. You see that the gate leading into the crypts is already ajar, with a slight lantern light glancing through.
Okay, I will draw my rapier and advance to the...
Do you do so sneakily, or do you just like on the guard while
No.
approaching?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I'll
Make a
actually...
perception check for me. Yeah.
No,
All of
that's
us?
18.
Who's helming
Oh,
this?
I've actually...
Oh,
I'll
no.
lead the way.
Yeah. That's
I'm
two
actually
18s in a
rolling
row.
well. Perception.
Reginald. Have you written
Perception.
your last words yet? Yeah.
Oh no.
Reginald walking into the crypt, and you reckon the last time you were here, you had somehow covered the walls in green residual dust after having nearly gassed the entire place into oblivion. But peeking through now, there does not seem to be a single remnant of green on the wall anymore. It seems to be spot-free. And quickly peering into this small intermediate section where there are benches lined up for saying prayers before heading into the main door leading into where the catacombs are, you see that the following door is also set ajar with lantern light coming through on the other end. Approaching closer and just peering through that slight crevice where light is emanating from, you see fairly close to the door a figure leaned up against one of the catacombs with their back up against it, sitting in with like knees tied up against their own body, just looking dead stare into the ground.
Sorry, what was the last thing?
That they're sitting on their butt with their back up against one of the catacombs and just staring into the ground. It is with the light kind of overwhelming the shade of the figure. If you
Hello.
would, you could open the door further. Oh, you approach the person immediately.
Mm-hmm.
As you open the door and you greet the person, light overwhelms you for a short moment and then dims down again. And you see Dorian, not wearing his pajamas, but kind of just wearing a casual attire, leaned with his back up against the catacomb, while staring into the ground towards another catacomb, just looking up at you. Reginald.
Hello, brother.
Huh.
You here to...
Well,
I whisper to Reginald, "Who is that guy?"
Luna
It's
was
Dorian.
It's
It's Dorian.
Oh, Dorian! That's a great disguise. I didn't recognize you.
Yeah, I don't think I recognize myself anymore.
Oh, please don't tell me you're having an existential crisis in this moment. Hours before the wedding.
Oh, well, we talked about, if I should use my... Sit down next to me. This might be a little conversation. Paluna.
Cannot wait. I was planning on talking to my mother, Trying to cast some speak with death spell.
Yeah, I've been talking with mine too.
You have?
Yeah, sure.
How did
I'll
it
be
go?
sitting here. You'll probably learn yourself.
Who looks at these two?
Can I wait what you have to tell me, or should I do it afterwards?
I mean, are you going anywhere afterwards? If not, I'll be sitting here for a moment.
Probably not. I think a good night's rest will do as well before whatever is to happen tomorrow.
Right. By the way, if you're planning on speaking with her, use dispel whatever magic is on the catacomb, or have your nimble finger friend here deal with it. They are trapped, as one would make these kind of things.
Oh, I think we triggered all the traps before.
Oh no, they.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Magic.
Very well.
Yeah.
Well, tell me what it is you wanted to tell me, and I'll plop beside it.
Mm-hmm. Well, we talked about using my wish thing to peer into some kind of truth through either you or I, or once again our supposed father. But seeing as you and your friends had left this early morning, I decided to do it on myself with the newfound information from what you told me about, well, everything. And I'm... How do I say this properly? Well, the good and the bad news. He is our father. But not in the way you would call a father. I sense a strong infusion of magic, and that magic is tied to the person I would call my mother, Dylira, and he points to the coom across the hallway for him.
Coom?
The catacomb. In the catacomb. Did the mic cut out? Yeah. He cooms across the hallway to the... And he casts prestidigitation and clings it up and continues the talk.
Over there.
I don't think we are naturally born.
Uh-huh.
I think we might be experiments of some sort.
What? What did you see?
Hold on.
Experiments? What did you see when you cried upon yourself, Dorian? Just tell me. Stop trying to talk around it and just say what it is. I can take it.
All the people down here are mothers of an Embervale member. We don't remember them because they died giving birth to us, and our memories were wiped in the process. We are not naturally born. We are somehow magically infused with a person of great potential. I do not know why one would go about it that way, but the vessel that we call our mother, the process of giving birth, takes their power with them into the child. I guess the good news with that is that you are of elven descent.
Huh?
Not a single person in this crypt is not an elf. It is eerily uncanny how much they all resemble each other. How they have been left in perfect state. And we might have a purpose beyond what our understanding is. What I can't put my finger on is the amount of crypts down here, and the amount of catacombs, with how many people wandering the Emberville estate. I counted 11 people. And down here I count 25 crypts or catacombs. 25 mothers. I've never heard of a death in the family, of a brother or sister passing. I don't know what happens to us in the past or in the future, but I know why I was thrown away. I don't think the mothers are chosen at random. From what I can glean so far, he has chosen one by name and named us correspondingly to our mother. I think I was one of the first. And I was thrown out when I declined to go with him on his plan. But the line is blurred. I do not know what the plan was. I do not know when I ever spoke with him. I do not know. And now that I think about it, I don't think any of the other family members, aside from you, has ever approached me and called me brother before.
They haven't. Why not?
I don't think they recognize me as an Emberville. I don't know if that's willingly. I always thought it was just disdain from being an outcast, from being banished to Valkeen. But I'm not so sure. This whole cat you brought with you, the Book of Potential, everything is weird. And I'm starting to lose grip of purpose, of ambition. I know I'm supposed to run, but curiosity drives me forward. But I don't know what I'm running from, and I no longer know if I want to satiate my curiosity.
I feel the same. I know that what we are about to learn tomorrow, or find out, is potentially going to be very dangerous. But I can't help myself from wanting to know, needing to know.
I didn't have much luck talking to my mother. She doesn't exactly respond when you talk to that person. But I hope you can find some solitude in your prayers or whispering. Or...
Just a quick question, since this was admittedly a lot different than what I expected when we came down to the script. Paluna rumbles around in his trunk and takes out 2 vials of green Khmer goop from way back when and presents them to Dorian and says, "This wouldn't exactly jog your memory, right?"
He kind of slumpily lifts up his arms and holds a vial in each hand. I mean, this green thing kind of resembles what you brought to the store. From the consistency of it, from the hint of divination within it, or of divine. And this other weird goop mass seems to be going bad, but No, I would probably have to use my my wish to understand these things better, but I've had other priorities with that lately.
You'll have other priorities tomorrow as well. I take them back. It's just experimenting, creating life like this. Last time I met someone who was doing that, his name was Kamir, and he's in the city too.
Really, no?
Yes.
Kamir.
Was
Kamir.
trying to create vampires in Breakpoint, among other things, or dragons in Darkmount. Again, among other things. Abomination, necromancy, the whole work.
I believe you and Valentina spoke about that when you once visited.
Yeah, it reeks of some of his modus operandi, but I don't think he's skilled enough to pull off what happened to you two.
I'm starting to think that this professor is, Cyrus, whatever he calls himself. I've never met someone whom I couldn't glean, understand, and get knowledge of, and yet I'm so intertwined with him. We are intertwined in a way that seems inescapable.
I know.
Reginald,
Making me quite nervous.
Whatever happens tomorrow, if anything goes bad, run. I think it might be too late for me. But you seem to be on the path for...
Don't say that. What do you mean too late? Too late for what?
I just get this eerie sense that I'm more involved than what I would like to be. And me returning to this place has kind of sealed the lid on...
Then leave. You know, you don't have to be here tomorrow. We got this. Me, Rose and Pluna. You just go back to Joaquin's Rest.
He kind of ruffles up your hair a little bit. You might be old for a human, but you're still young of mind. So naive.
You know,
I'm not naive, Julian. I know something is about to happen. I feel this. I have the same feeling. Okay. I just hope it won't come to that.
If anything, we're the dumb ones for sticking around.
Maybe.
No,
maybe we can make a difference, you know.
Oh, we don't know what is about to happen tomorrow.
No.
Well, I have a quick question for you two. One with fun implications. One, what is the reverse of this kind of spell?
What spell?
Well, let's assume that there was a spell involved to create you guys. I feel like everything with your family is bloody magical in some way or another. Right?
Well, in my time, there are homunculi, there are simulacrums, there are all types of magic to clone yourself. But this does not feel.
Are you saying we are simulacrums?
Well, simulacrums doesn't require birth. They're just made, and there would be a spitting image of him.
What if he needed something real, say, that had a direct blood connection to him, that he could perhaps, use to do what? Take your mother's power through you to him. If you're the blood link, then maybe that's what he's grasping for.
You think he's gonna do the same thing to his new wife?
No, I think he's going to do the opposite. I think he might be trying to take Reginald, Dorian, and whatever other Embervale's lives' power and put it into one place.
Or what if there is some truth to what Rose is saying? Dorian, you said that he took some of the power of our mothers and put it into us. If I'm correct.
From what I gathered was that he needed a powerful vessel,
Exactly.
and whatever magic he instilled pulled the power from that vessel into what was given birth to.
Exactly, and our mothers, well, they were ordinary elven women, right?
I don't know.
I assume.
I
What
wouldn't know
if
if I had tomorrow to go by.
What if the same thing he does with someone that is a powerful vessel themselves, Lady Marianne? The thing that would spawn forth out of this would be catastrophic in power. Is this what he could be aiming for?
I don't know. This whole spectacle, from a man who has worked in the shadows for so long, to not be known or seen by anyone, to suddenly make a spectacle out of a wedding, when he, a man of his power, could have, well, frankly, kidnapped anyone he would love and be obscene with it. Why make a spectacle out of it?
That is
To
a
get
good
the
question.
people, right?
Maybe he needs us to be there.
I don't know.
Knowing that we couldn't refuse, like to not show up.
Well, one more question. This
Had
thing has
to be
been
here.
covered in old zones all over, according to you, right, Reginald?
Yes, we found a few of these devices.
Well, you also said there were some at the walls. Dorian, I need your magical expertise and theory here. Say that something happens across all the walls the second the great chant tomorrow is unleashed, and a null zone pops up in a ring around the city. Would it be at all possible to leave the city via magical means?
I mean, most wizards of somewhat capability can teleport great distances. I've taken you on a few tours with that kind of power. The more simpler magic tricks with shorter distance would probably have to run quite a bit to get to the edge before doing so. But these devices, you're saying there's more than the three we talked about in the basement?
Oh, yes.
So
There's at least 6, I think.
initially we thought it was to suppress the people at the market, at the plaza, to exact some kind of power over them, or just to prevent attempts of assassination, but the entire city. I mean, that would prevent any magic from working. But what purpose would that serve? And why
Would
the
it
entire
prevent
city?
divine powers from working?
I haven't actually. We had our paladin in our midst in the basement, but I believe we left him in the prison. I don't know. If one of you holds divine power and you can try to exact it while triggering one of these devices.
I could try.
Is my ability to walk on water divine in technicality?
You haven't tried?
I mean, could try, Reginald.
Do you want to try?
Well, if you found me some body of water, we can test the theory.
You can go to the fountain in the courtyard.
And your family won't be incredibly alerted that we suddenly blank out all magic?
I mean, what are they going to do about it? It's fine.
You... yeah, I mean, we can try that. Also, you two sound like you need something to drink.
My body cannot.
No, for once I will decline your offer, Paluna. I want to be sharp tomorrow.
Oh,
No
wow,
hangovers.
that's bad.
Do you think
know.
our father loved our mother?
I don't know.
Do you think we were
Would it
just
matter?
a means to an end? I don't know. I'm wondering if there's.
I mean, that's how I felt my whole life. Pretty much. Haven't you?
Why is it you can remember me?
I don't know. I remember all my brothers and sisters. Don't you?
Yeah, but they don't remember me.
Is that true? Because I feel like the when we were talking about it, like just now, for example, I asked the guy at the gate, like where Dorian was.
He said that Dorian feller is somewhere.
Did he say it like that? Okay,
He didn't
Yeah.
say brother.
I see.
Well, Reginald, there's a difference between knowing someone and affiliating with someone. And yeah, they know that he's an Imbervale by name, but there's definitely a good argument to be had that they don't think he's an Imbervale by heart.
Yes, I was probably one of those not until too long ago, when I made my comeback into the family good graces.
No,
Although by a ruse a bit.
no,
Entirely
no.
honest.
No, I disagree. All of them remember you and despise you. There was an active spot in their heart for the lousy brother who cast the family away.
I guess, yeah. That makes sense.
A pest you can't really get rid of. Or a magical set of shape-shifting clothes that make you weaker. Cursed ones. But that being said, there's the second oddity about you, which, again, I'm very sorry, but you are human.
Maybe it's not their fault, Dorian. Maybe because, like, if I had family, I would want to remember them, but I don't remember any family. But what if I do have it and just don't remember? Maybe that's what happened to your siblings.
Yeah.
Dorian's kind of just sombering for a moment. So, Reginald, you're going to speak to your mom?
I was going to try to.
And Rose, why don't you entertain me for a bit?
Okay.
While Paluna and Ghost has his water walking? I don't really see how water walking is connected with divination.
It's non-voluntary water walking given to me by some eldritch thing that likes to pop by in my head.
You sure it's not just...
Last time it popped by was when I ended up absorbing way more divine artifact energy than I really intended to.
You sure it's not just cursed boots? I've done that prank a few times. You're not just...
You know, there's an easy way to test that. Luna starts walking up the stairs.
So, we will cut to Paluna in the courtyard next to one of the springs, the fountains. How do you go about testing your theory?
First, he's just going to stroll across the water. See if he
happens without ease. With ease, happens without ease. No, you stumble, you fall over yourself, you fall face first, but you're hitting concrete instead of water. No,
he's going to try and push down into the water. He's going to try a whole bunch of things. Then he's going to take his boots off and try again.
And as you guess yourself, same scenario. You are in fact not cursed with boots.
And in his forgetfulness, he's just gonna place his boots on the water like it's a solid surface. No, he's going to try to catch them. And he's like,
Wet boots.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check just to see if you can catch it quickly before they. It's a bit like you catch it on the rim of the lever on the top, like right before your fingernails also touch the water and give resistance.
damn it! I'm just gonna put the boots on. Do they even feel wet to me?
The irony is they're filled with water, so when you shove your foot into the boot, you're met with resistance, and the water does not displace.
Takes the boot off again, turns it upside down. Why am I like this? Puts it back on.
Mamma mia! Why are you
Wait,
like
out
this?
of character, can Paluna not take a bath?
Well, that depends. If it's a droplet of water, they just peel off. But if someone were to throw a bucket of water over him, he might be concealed inside of the water. That's a horrifying thought. What if you one day just take a dive into a swimming pool and the water decides not to let you out? Of this tension.
No,
Anyway.
that's awful. After some increasingly creative ideas, among which there's a handstand, what's it called, jig, like yelling a little bit at the water to see if his voice can make like sound waves on the water, hitting it, like stabbing it with the letter opener to see if that at all moves the water, like a bunch of different things. He eventually takes out the null zone.
And you say the magic words, Alabama?
The Emperor's Ascension, right?
Yep. This translucent bubble expands from the device as the arcane runes are triggered, and you gather some of the lights on the mansion and on the servant's house next to you begin to flicker and then go out. And you do not go into the water. You're still stuck on the surface.
Damn it, Paluna walks off the water and deactivates the device by saying the Emperor's Ascension again. Back to the crypt.
Notably, the light does not activate again in the houses. You return to the crypt, and in that meantime, Reginald, you proceed to your mother's catacomb of Riavel Van Bavel.
Yes.
What do you do?
I will try to lift up the stone.
Make a strength check for me.
Oh, I was going to say with a cast of telekinesis because
okay, yeah.
that thing
That
was
long
very heavy.
pause, I was like, I was about to say, yeah. So you instantly just connect with the lid, and you hear the of gas beginning to expand as you re-trigger the trap of Cloud Kill.
Ah, yes.
You have one action to do something.
I will. Don't even have the spell magic. Can I put the lid back on?
You put the lid back on and
Try to like put the gas back inside. It's like when you open something that you shouldn't have.
Something that is completely.
Just close it up and just
immediately.
pretend like it didn't happen. You know?
And you look down the hallway and just see Dorian looking down towards you with like, really? It was less than a minute ago. Whatever. Not enough gas managed to
I'm not the
release
smartest.
because
I'm not the smartest.
What is your intellect? No. So how do you want to
gas
redo
coming
this?
out? Or?
No. You managed to seal the lid again, and not enough gas managed to expand as you caught it at the sound rather than the entire
Yes.
room filling up.
Dorian, if you wish, please.
Kind of just wave his hand, and you see some kind of sparkle shatter from the catacomb, and you gather it might have been dispelled.
I'll like lift it up on one side, like to like peek under something, you know, like safe.
No sound of
And then I'll lift it up,
retraction.
lift it up entirely.
The leg kind of slamming lightly against the ground, but it's still weighing quite a bit, so you feel the. And there you see this beautiful laid out elven woman with long blonde hair in a silvery whitish dress adorned that kind of resembles a starry night, looking down at, just looking there completely unharmed by the weathering of nature, despite being a dead person.
Yeah, I will cast Speak with Death with the tome.
You pull out your tome, you flick the pages, and another version of yourself, what could potentially have been Reginald as a cleric in a different life, standing there with a small bishop hat on and a mace with a golden globe on it with a little cross on top, like, chants a spell and it disappears again. You hear the gasping of air. You can ask your questions as the corpse regards you lifelessly.
Do you know Cyrus Amberfield?
Yes.
Who was he to you?
My dearly beloved husband.
What did he do to you?
Nothing I didn't agree to.
Do you remember being pregnant with a child?
The happiest time of my life. The promise of a new dawn.
What was your husband's plan for this child? Do you remember?
Vengeance. And the air leaves the body of the corpse and remains lifelessly.
You okay, Reginald? That was really creepy.
Suddenly Rose teleports from the other end where she was sat next to
I didn't. I
Dorian
thought that was in the same room.
stands
I'm
next
sorry.
to
I guess I'm not
Reginald.
there.
No, you just you
No, I thought we were in the
hear
same
the
room.
sound of air at the other end and voices, and you
I'm not sure. I think I'm some sort of weapon or way to enact vengeance upon my father's enemies. How? wish I had more questions. Dang it.
Well, do you know your father's enemies?
I know of one.
Hmm.
A name I'm not allowed to pronounce.
Oh,
Remember? Wait, was Rose with us in the astral mansion?
no.
She was, right? No? Ah.
You guys did the experiment in the basement when you somehow disconnected that pocket dimension and you pulled out the thing and uttered the name. So Rose has heard of the name, yes.
Yeah, you
If
guys-
Rose as a character remembers it, or that is up to Rose, but
Yeah. Hmm.
Maybe against them?
Maybe. But how are you gonna be like? How would you be revenge for him? Like, he's not even around. You haven't even talked to him.
I know.
How would you do his dirty work?
I wasn't planning on doing it.
Yeah.
He can't force me.
No. He can't force you. You're a grown man.
I have free will, right?
Of
I can do what I
course.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do what we want.
Very confusing.
Being in this lovely tomb, it kind of recognized that my arms are decomposing. Like, I kind of look like dead.
Oh, yes, that is not great.
Yeah, I think I need to find like a hospital or something.
Maybe ask Dorian if he can help you out. I'm a bit tapped with the book. I don't know. Tap the tome on my hip.
I can ask him. I'll skip
Otherwise, I could
over
probably
to
figure something out.
Dorian. Dorian?
I'll follow.
Do you know how to make rotten skin normal?
Have you been to a church?
I've
They
been
can
to a
probably
church.
help you. It seems my
Well, I'll go to church.
brother, that's weird to say, has some kind of touch with the divine. Maybe he could help you.
Tomorrow morning, I could.
No worries, I guess.
Are you sure?
It's fine. I don't know if I'm dying on the inside, but don't know. Yeah, we'll see tomorrow, I guess. Maybe I'm just dying on the outside.
Does it look like it's bad for to be this way?
Make a medicine check.
Oh yeah.
It comes to 19. Oh, okay.
7.
I mean, you would definitely recommend a plague doctor.
I look like,
Probably best we deal with this
look like
right
I'm
away, Rose.
contaminated. Show up at the wedding, like spreading disease.
I mean, Rayton's only point of reference is the hack from the beer rescue
Yeah.
mission. So, wouldn't want Rose to end up in that situation. At that point, Paluna walks into the crypt.
All right. Thing doesn't work on divine, I think.
Okay.
What?
Useful
You're not
information.
pale.
Oh, I mean, I think I just spoke to my dead mother. She seemed quite happy to bear the child of our father. Talked about him as a husband, her dear husband. She seemed quite agreeable to his plans, whatever that may have been. It entailed revenge. That was the purpose of the child, me, I guess. Revenge.
Well, that's fucking ominous.
It is, yes.
Well, I don't have anything to add there.
Me neither.
Nothing but meaningless speculation.
I wish I could have asked a dozen more questions, but does that mean anything to you, Dorian? Revenge? Why would our father need revenge? I guess who?
Honestly, at this point, Reginald, I think you know more about our father than I do. I didn't get
Yes,
to learn
sir.
anything until you brought me the name of the professor, and since then it's just been downhill.
I was hoping to
If
do
we-
one last ritual before we head into. Yes, what is it?
if we're settling on the idea that he is the professor, there's only really one option for revenge, isn't there?
I'm sure with someone as complicated as him, there's multiple answers, but yes, it's that one guy.
Yeah.
It could be, but we don't even know who or what it is. How would I serve to act out his revenge on him, you know?
Okay, I know what we're gonna do.
It sucks being behind on the plan.
We just go tomorrow to the wedding, and he'll be there. He has to be
Yeah.
there because he's getting married, right?
Yes.
So then we can just ask him.
I mean, it's not the worst idea.
Yeah, it isn't. But that assumes we'll be on a talking level with him.
We can just shout really, really
put that
loud.
consideration aside for later.
Yeah.
That won't work. That'll just get the guard to swarm us. But I think you're onto something. But then again, we do know where they're going to be.
Mhm.
Right?
Sure.
Catch them in.
Just need to find a way inside the palace, I guess, before everything happens. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, or we could crash the wedding and Poluna takes out a certain bomb. If we can make sure
Wanna
nobody's
blow up the
nearby.
wedding?
Nobody
no,
nearby.
Just
The biggest
the back half
event
of the
of
cathedral.
probably the decade.
But we can't
Yeah,
blow up the
something
wedding,
is-
Poluna, because we don't have any proof that anything's gonna happen, right? Or do we? Are they the bad guys? Do we know? Should we blow up the wedding? But what if there's innocent people there?
Yeah, I was thinking more that we know where everyone's going to be, don't we?
Probably at the
So,
wedding.
yeah. So, doesn't that also mean we know there's going to be nobody?
And the not wedding?
Yeah. And what do you think happens to a wedding if this little number goes off, say, just a little bit away in the city?
I don't know.
I'd like the idea of causing for a distraction to happen. you know, but I'm not a big fan of just blowing up my city just for that purpose.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why cause thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of damages, you know, to normal citizens? Doesn't sit well.
Well, I have one suggestion as for why. The
Oh.
entire city wall is blocked, right? If we assume that there's
don't
going to
know
be
that.
Well, but if we assume no better way to
Sure.
crash a wedding than to make people think that there's an invasion.
You want to blow up the wall? I mean, I could
see
live
a
with
reason why.
that, I guess.
But why? To what
Wouldn't-
purpose?
To crash
Destruction.
the wedding.
Can we just enter the wedding? Can we just go to the wedding?
I think if what we've learned so far is true, that the professor has a purpose for me and Dorian and other members of our family, I'm sure he would not stop us from joining him in the celebrations, you know?
I'm more concerned about what Dorian said. Why would someone so stealthy make a spectacle? It's to be seen. It's to have attention. It's to make sure they've got a hold of you. The Reaper attack. Why not schedule it on the wedding day itself? Why do it now?
You think he's
We don't know
behind
if he was behind it. We don't know that.
I don't think he was. No, I think the Reapers were acting independently. I think they want to stop this wedding as much as we do.
I don't want to be on the side of the Reapers because they were awful.
We're not
Well.
exactly on the side of the Reapers, we just end up having the same goal, but vastly
No.
different approaches to it.
Mwah.
But the point is, the Reapers are likely here to crash the wedding to prevent ascension. If they're part of the elemental forces, they'd love nothing more than to stop a god. So, I've been thinking a bit about it. Why would you attack a day early? Why would you begin now? Surrounded by your enemies, unless you wanted the attack to fail. Unless you wanted to maybe make an idea happen. I think the city, part of the Reaper's plans might have been priming the city for panic. Putting an unease not in the high and mighty, but the common man. How do you think they feel about this?
You know what I kind of think? Is that if this horrible thing happened tonight, and people died, even children, and the wedding is still gonna happen tomorrow, it's not postponed, it's not cancelled, I don't think they're gonna cancel it because we blow up the wall or something.
I agree. I don't think they're going to cancel it, but I think it's going to cancel what the wedding was trying to do.
To get married?
To get people. To get everybody here. I think the secret might be in the crowd. That's at least what my instincts tell me.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Well,
I don't know for what purpose. But I think the crowd and everybody of importance to the Embervale family, and then some not, being here is part of the key to that. Or we could, be playing ourselves by speculating too deeply. And just, use Reginald's Embervale status to force ourselves into the cathedral on the day.
Maybe there's not even a guest list. Maybe like we're just walking into the church because that's how we did with the other church. And even when we went to the church, to the prison, then we also just walked in, right? I'm sure it'll be fine.
mm-hmm. Yes, I suspect it will be fine, and that is also what worries me. If that makes sense, I expect we are No. Welcome to be there. By his side, or in attendance. Because he wants us there. And he allows us to be there.
So what do you want
I
to
guess
do?
so.
Do you not want to go, or do you not want?
We are going.
And do you want to talk?
We are
to him?
finding out what it is that he wants. Or we
Alright.
will have no way of ever stopping him if we don't know what it is. It will have to come to our quick wits and improvisation talent, I feel, to act in the moment and
Maybe I could dress
Stop
up
what
like a
is happening.
zombie, and then I could scare everyone. If you wanted to get them away from the church.
I'd highly recommend against dressing as something most people here would find religiously.
Stretch my arms down towards Baluna.
And with this many guards, if you start a fight or flight in here, they might just all decide to fight. You said you had something else you wanted to do, right, Reginald?
Yes, I like to set up a little ritual that will allow me to learn some information about a certain item or a person or something of significance. And I will start setting up some incense and start scribing some runes for the next 10 minutes on the ground of this catacombs. As I'm
Alright.
casting legend lore.
Hey, yo.
Ooh.
Okay. You guys standing, watching Reginald doing this whole shebang? I'm just jumping forward to that.
Sure.
It is
And then-
one of the spells from the artifact, if that makes any sense for you.
Yeah, it's one of the chosen ones. Yeah.
Mhm.
Paluna would probably be off the side quizzing Dorian about random things.
Well, how long is
Alright,
casting the
Dorian.
ritual?
10 minutes.
I just intently stare at you while you're focusing.
That's not creepy at all.
Stand inside the ritual circle, as just staring on her knees into your eyes, when you're trying to carve around her to get the circle perfect. Hmm. 10 minutes passes with Dorian and Paluna small talking in the background. The best that an introvert and an experienced sailor can do. Rose deeply intent on trying to distract Reginald while being innocent about it. And Reginald slowly entering a trance state of mind. What item are you trying to learn information about, or person?
Not an item, you can also do a person.
Mm-hmm.
And I will name my father, the professor.
You're trying to learn about the professor, gleam into who he is as a person, or any kind of information about him.
Well, it says
You
the
know
spell brings
that-
to your mind a brief
Mhm.
summary of the significant lore. Might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. The more information
Right.
you already
And you
have
know
about the
that-
thing, the more precise and detailed the information. Would learn something new, but depends on how much you already know, I guess.
Indeed. You do know that Dorian has spent quite a bit of time trying to gleam into Cyrus and, in most recent days, the professor. So I would like for you to roll a history and nature check combined.
Okay. Any advantages?
Well, that depends.
Disadvantages.
What equipment do you have? There are no disadvantages of natural courses, but there may be advantage. I believe you have advantage on all intellect checks thanks to your mask. So you would have advantage on
Let
history.
me see. Advantage on any intelligence check, and I also have the Mistra Regal ropes, which give me double my bonus.
Right. So with the history check, you would get those stats, and for the nature check, it would just be whatever you have in nature check.
Nature is also int.
Is nature also? Well, enjoy that double advantage then.
Twice the
So
advantage.
I
Advantage
have
the advantage.
20 plus 14 for the history check with advantage, right? You said, yeah.
Yep.
So that's a 19. Wow. As if I roll a 5 on that. Okay, that's fucked up.
Mhm.
And then for the nature check, it's a plus 10. I'll do twice. So that's a 22 and an 18. So 19 and a 22. Wow.
Need to reach the
That would
fate or
be low.
something? Since we're getting towards the end of a day?
Well, it's when I witness something of arcane nature. So,
It also has a
Yeah.
week's cooldown.
yeah.
So with that, you kind of get flashing images of information. You see flashes of the mansion, first situated on a hilltop in a vast, lush continent. After a few flashes, you see it situated in the astral sea. You witness tales that have been told through the diary entries you have found throughout the mansion of the professor, first being a bat-like creature slowly turning humanoid, wandering the world, finding these other supposed aspects of some kind. All this information you have gathered, you see that in real time happening before you through the eyes of the professor, until one day you see him stand before a mirror that you've seen in the mansion, kind of wearing a black robe with semi-long black hair curled back, correcting his robe and attire. And you see that he is looking down at a book that says entries of, and then you can't quite gleam the letters on it. And then next to it, it says entries of the professor, gathering that might be where he takes the step from his old self to the title being given to him by all the visitors and the people around him. Till you see a dungeon cell where you have been before, where you found the arcane and you had the shadowy version of him. You see him sitting on the throne next to two people that he looks dearly upon, with tears running down his cheek. And you see one kind of giving his last gasp of air as they succumb to the fate of non-existence, looking over to his other side, another person that you in some way also feel that he has a deep connection to, doing the exact same. You can't tell there's been a time gap in that moment, but it feels like it's not happening at the same time. And then you see him looking down on himself, turning towards the wall, and carve in big runic letters, "I have found my way out," and cast away myself. Everything goes dark. The next moment you find you're him in some kind of baby crib with loving parents looking down on him. But you feel that he has memories. Someone who has gone through the life and death cycle and has returned to the material plane, but with his memory intact. And while he's at a young age, he seems to perform a miracle and is quickly accepted around him, not only as a kinship, but as a superiority. In a very young age, he attends an academy where he seems to excel quickly. Age passes by until one day you see him look over a balcony A balcony you've seen before in Tyr Sanctum, overlooking, doing a morning ritual. Next to him, you see Erdamus standing there, performing the ritual with him. Time flashes again. The images are blurry. It is hard to find consistency, a key point to hold on to with this information. You see the flashing images of women, one after another, passing, being laid into a crypt. You feel anger and hatred. You feel sorrow with every person he puts into the crypt of the catacomb. You keep feeling that there is genuine wrath and anger and the mourning of the loss before him, but instinctive determination. You see, as if peering it down from the skies upon the mansion of Emberville, in real time watching Anne speeding forward in and out of the courtyard of the mansion as time passes. And right before this whole vision stops, you feel the archiving of compassion, the archiving of sadness, the archiving of happiness. Only pure determination as he looks towards the skies, beyond wherever he might be looking at. And that's where you come back to your senses.
That was. Oh, is this what you always see, Dorian, when you do these things? So many
Yeah.
visions, so felt like I was him. But one, I could feel his emotions, his determination, his anger.
I before I knew he was
It's
the
overwhelmed.
professor, there was nothing that stood out, not a single clear image, just words resounding in my head. No matter how powerful of a spell I used to gleam into him, it was always boring key points in time of diplomacy and, frankly, dinner parties where I don't even recall having seen him attend, but somehow he was always there. But ever since you and your friends came back and told me about the whole professor thing, seeing glimpses of information that I should not be privy to in any way, or feeling emotions. When you use that kind of arcane research, you just normally get an overview of things, but here I became the thing. And
Exactly, that's what I experienced.
It is horrifying, because even if we are so intimately part of that thing, it feels so unfamiliar.
Not sure I'm any wiser by this, but I do know he is determined to accomplish his goal. That is what I felt. Has no more compassion or love or happiness left. He has locked those emotions away from him. All that is left is pure determination and perhaps hatred for his enemy. Is something that is out there. Start looking up at the ceiling of the catacombs that we're in.
Well, that's concerning. I dislike it when my enemies ditch all their emotions, become rational. But we're sure it's him now, right?
Compassion is what... I mean, I don't know, but compassion is what keeps us human.
More
I don't
tough.
know what. Yeah, that's the right word. If everything we know so far, I think tomorrow is not just a change for our family, but a change for everything.
It does feel like that, doesn't it?
But what do we know? Is this something we should prevent or contribute to? Is this something we should flee from or warn other peoples about? Can we warn other peoples? What are our options?
Don't know.
Are we even a single variable in his plan, aside from a tool? And what kind of tool?
Well, you know what they say about traps, right?
Tool for vengeance.
Hmm.
That's what I am, supposedly. To be honest, I'm getting kind of depressed talking about this. I just want to go to bed.
Yeah. Now you know what you found down here. I don't think I can wear my
Well-
PJs anymore. I don't think it reflects me properly at the moment.
Dorian, how did it go with that invitation, by the way?
Invitation, remind me.
The letter thing to the mansion in the Astral Sea. I believe you still had it.
Oh, right, I was transcribing it. Yes, sorry, I've been a bit sidetracked. I haven't
been down
visited
here
it
all
yet.
day.
Since this morning, yeah. What time is it?
Night
Ah,
ish.
I guess that's fair. Yeah, I have. Right, you want the invitation back, I suppose. Kind of digs into his jacket and pulls it out, and it's neatly rolled up again with a ribbon around it. Hands it over. I don't know if I dare use the spell. It is potent, that's for sure. It's not an easy passage. Nevertheless, I think I'm done for the day. Apparently it's been a day, so...
One more thing. Paluna, takes a couple of gloves from the bag. Puts them on. Like a couple of archer's gloves he has. And takes out a platinum coin. How do you activate this? It's the coin of Sirik. And is the person this is activated against, do they have to be willing?
I believe I have not encountered such a thing before. What exactly are you holding before me? Is it
Well, last Valentina and Reginald checked it out. And from the information I could gather, this is a coin of Sirik. One instant ticket to his realm.
Oh. I will not use that. Sirik is not a god that is known for leniency and welcoming people.
Well, but what if you could use it on someone else?
Have Reginald, do you have any more of that research magic you just used to gleam into what the capabilities are of that coin?
I'm afraid not. I'm all tapped out for tonight.
My best bet is if it is an imitation, one would have to use it themselves, and if it is a weapon, you would have to throw it at someone. That's how those things usually work, right?
But an invitation can bring along multiple people, right?
I'm not familiar with that magic, that coin, so you probably know more of his attributes than I do.
Luna looks at it and says, I'll hold on to this. Let's just say if the time comes to gamble, it might be necessary.
A man of determination. With that said, I'm determined to go to bed.
I
Thank you for
think
the
we all
company
should
and
go to
reminding me
bed.
the time passes. Dorian flicks his fingers and teleports away. So,
Do you?
A party thing before we go to bed in terms of preparation. Do we still have? I still on my character sheet have written down the the potions of endurance and strength, like the potion of endurance and the might of thorn. Was one of those drank by Rose, right?
Yeah, I got one that gave me strength.
yeah, and Tavern Brawler. And Bruno, you used the one that gave dexterity.
Yeah. That means we still have the tank potion left. Is this the time where we should burn it?
What?
Since you keep getting it. Yeah, I mean, I still have the endurance of Helm as a potion.
Mm-mm.
Didn't someone drink that? Reginald did, didn't he?
No,
Sure.
you read the
No.
intelligence book.
I read a book. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you drank
I
the
read the
potion that
wisdom
gave
book.
you.
Warcaster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So it's gone. Okay, check.
But
you already had,
you
yeah.
should
I
still
have
have the
Warcaster.
charisma book.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it gave you +2 Constitution, didn't it?
Yeah, I gave you +2
Oh.
Constitution, and you got the Warcaster, but it didn't really affect you because you already had it.
No, mind them. Then
Wait,
I
I
had
got
forgot to mark it off my
+2
character sheet.
Constitution.
Yeah, when you guys consumed the items from the mansion. Yeah.
I don't ever think I took that.
I remember that
I
happening.
don't think I added it to my character sheet.
Well, that's a minor detail.
Wait.
Did we need a Wayback Machine to see what you had in
Although,
Constitution
indeed, no one has read the charisma
months
book
ago?
yet.
That is absolutely true.
I mean, it has been 16 this whole time, I think. Has it? Now I'm so confused. Okay.
Nah,
In
if you're a caster,
the
your
point by-
dex.
Just got there. By my
What is your
maxed out
dex
your-
right now?
my dex is 18, but it always has been that. Because that
Yeah,
was my
what's your
highest.
int?
Well, I imagine you would
It's now
have high
20.
dex and you would have high intellect. So you would when you make your stats, you would get like 17, 16, 15 if you max out 3
I had
attributes.
18 dex, 16 int when I started. But then I read the book and I took ASI to get 20 int. I have 8 in strength and 8 in crit.
And then you have 10 wisdom. So on a
10
point-by
wisdom.
system, yeah, 16 is not impossible in Constitution. You might have forgotten to add those 2 Constitution points.
It's fucked up. Well,
I think
A
maybe
little bit of a
also
health bonus.
I just don't remember using that potion. That
Really?
must be it.
Yeah, we talked about you getting the Warcaster feat, and you were like, "Oh, you already got that through Blade Singing."
Oh, it's a feat I took with Variant Human.
Oh, okay.
I took that as my feat.
I love feet.
Well, all things end well.
No,
Mhm.
actually, I didn't because tough. But I do have the Warcaster. Well, I did. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I guess I'll add a +2 to the con.
Go for it.
That gives me another 12 hit points. Nice.
Very good. Thank you, wizard. We like it.
Dude, I'm actually so fucking tanky for a wizard.
Did you ever remove the temporary max hit point from the hero
I did,
freeze
I did.
potion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I always write it like this 122 plus.
Speaking of, we should
But I
probably
have
eat the
the
last of
tough
that
feet, so-
tomorrow.
Well, you
I don't
guys
think-
have.
oh wait, I didn't do the +5 from last time.
So, for the remainder of the evening, anything you guys would like to plan out before heading to bed?
Before we head to bed, I'll ask Rose. Do you still need help with that? And I'll point at rotting flesh.
I mean, yes, but I guess I could go to like the church, like Dorian said, and ask for help there.
Although I'm not sure they would still be open at this time. But
Well, no, I'll do it tomorrow.
tomorrow I can probably help you.
Okay.
Alright, let's go to bed then.
Same goes for you, Paluna?
I don't think I have anything. Don't think I have anything left to do on the day except if Reginald Rose has a spell slot to cast Identify on the vial of liquid I got from the lady mage.
I can do that.
Don't have that spell.
Yeah, I'll do that for Paluna.
All right. Let me just find my
A little bit left.
a little bit. That's my document, and the item is.
I will do one more thing, but I will do it in my room before I go to bed.
Casting
artifact.
Identify on this liquid, you gather that it is some kind of divine potion, as you might have guessed already, in the sense that it can either be consumed or it can be used to enhance a weapon with properties. But you know that from most artifacts, you have to be in direct contact with it in order to know the actual probabilities of this thing.
Well, I am in direct contact with it.
No, you're in contact with the vial, not with the liquid. The vial is not divine, the liquid is. And you glean that the essence within belongs to a god named Talona.
Would I know who that is?
Make a history check.
Uh,
Do you think you can roll high? The DC is
Well-
25.
It will be this +5, so 27.
So you recall Talona being used when the subject of family safety has been brought up. Most notably, poisons have been one of the ways to approach wizards with. And most poisons are detectable through magic means. But poisons created by worshippers of the goddess of poison, Talona, have seemed to be undetectable by any magical approach.
Okay. I'll
She's also known
leave
as the
that
Mother of
wisdom
all
with
plagues.
Paluna.
Well, an artifact, you say, Paluna's going to uncork the vial and block it with a finger, and like tip it over so some of the liquid touches his finger, just a smidge.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
I was gonna say,
motherfucker.
comes Constitution saving. I just told you it's poison, Paluna.
That's a
Nothing
fail.
ventured,
Ooh.
nothing gained.
You'd
What have I
say
done?
18 points of damage, and you're poisoned.
Okay.
And while that liquid is dripping onto your finger,
No. I didn't say dripping. You know the trick
Oh, no,
where
no.
you take a bottle and you put your finger on top
Yeah.
and then like. Okay.
yeah. Well, while that liquid is on your finger, it is still dripping from your finger, so to say. To gain very little of information, this could either be used as a weapon coating, but it's also so daring to consume.
Consume as in absorb an artifact or drink.
Drink.
Oh god, it's worse than that wine. Paluna stops it back up and just like sort of woosies over to Orc.
Paluna, are you okay?
No.
Did you touch the poison? Ah!
Did you drink it?
No, I just like turned the vial up against my. Oh my god.
Well, I did tell you it was poison. By the goddess of all plagues. Of course, it's going to be potent. What were you thinking?
Yes. Reginald, poisons have to be into the body. Didn't tell me it was venomous.
Look, I look how Paluna feels.
Thank you, Rose.
Most
I didn't
relatable
realize
moment
I
between the
felt
two
that good.
characters.
Are you okay to be
Any-
left alone with this, Paluna?
Paluna sort of walks forward and sort of staggers towards the wall in his poison side. Let's just puts the vial back in his suitcase. Let's just go to bed.
Yes, let's.
Start staggering back.
I'll go to my room.
All right.
I'll go to my room.
You all return to bed to find rest from a long day of whatever the fuck this day has been, of carnage, of amusement, of enduring, daring, Mission Impossible moments, of interrogations, anything a hero would do, supposedly.
We saved a lot of people today.
You absolutely saved people.
Yes.
Rest comes to you.
Oh, wait.
Rest does not come to you. Reginald
I
wakes up.
did say
and
I would do something before I would go to bed, but maybe.
Okay. You'll unzip and
Guess so.
no.
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 I will lay out the robes of Mistra top of
Right.
my bed, and I will close my eyes and say a prayer to Tyr, asking for his aid in what is to come tomorrow, to guide me on the right path. Be there
As you
for
try
me
to consume this atom,
Yes.
know that you embrace your body for the divine essence that you're about to absorb for this. As you watch the finely displayed robe that symbolizes this veil of magic of the universe portrayed on a cloth fabric, changes into a mode and slowly sinks into you. As the power of this artifact spreads around you, you feel resistance. Go ahead and roll a religion check for me.
I see. 29. With advantage.
No,
Or more.
you don't have the plus
Okay, 20.
5 because you just absorbed the item that gives you the additional bonus. Right?
Oh yeah. Fair enough. True.
So it's 24. You absorb the
24.
robe. The resistance you meet within you does not come from a conflicting interest of divine energies. It comes from a vessel that feels full. Your body aches. It wrestles with itself, and you feel that you either have to expel something within you to make room, or let go of the divine energies you've just tried to consume.
Okay. On a out of character technical point of view, is it because I have too many like different powers inside, or?
It is the vessel that
Well-
is currently you can only hold a certain amount of divination / nature primal power within it. You gather that you will roughly be able to hold about 50% in total, and that is the limit of your current physical vessel.
Wait, that's fucked up. How will I become 100% divine?
If only you had tools that could help you understand the process of ascending.
Could I like absorb a tiny bit of it up until that 50%?
You could absorb a tiny bit of it, but you would forego the power that this new divine energy would bestow upon you.
I see. I do wish to keep the one I have, because I only have the 2 at the moment, I think. The blades and the Thing of Tyr. So I guess I would put what little I could absorb into that, if that's possible.
You allow for some of the divine power to manifest and solidify with the decree of Tyr.
Yeah.
You feel that whatever power is not sufficient enough to allow that other power to grow. The body, the vessel in itself, does not allow for enough expansion, and neither does the power consumed from this divine energy for this already existing power within you to expand even further.
Yeah, I would need a lot more percentage to upgrade any of that.
Yes. Do you let go of the remainder of this power?
I would.
So as you finish this process of consuming the regal robes of Mystra, the robe vanishes, and any gifts they might have to offer. You feel that your vessel is full of this divine energy, but in order to expand further upon it, you must find a way to move forward with your ascension.
I'll open the book of potential and see if anything has changed in that.
You open the Book of Potential.
Does it feel different?
Seems unchanged for now. But you gather the past few times that you've been through this process, you have taken a night's sleep to get over it.
Fair enough. I will go to bed.
All right.
Bit disappointed myself, but
Rose, Peluna, anything for you? You are straight to bed?
I would like sit with Sir Marshmallow for a while and just hug him and like comfort myself with him and like just explain to him how tough today was and that tomorrow I'm going to be really, really brave and no one's going to get hurt. And go to bed.
And she'll go to bed. Peluna, anything from you?
Luna will sit on his bed, laid out in front of him a repertoire of, perhaps at this point, even cursed items, one would say. A coin to an evil god's realm, a veritable monster of a bomb, if the creator is to be believed. A vial of poison to be drank. And his own weapon, which to some extent is not exactly of the romantic energies either. He just sits there staring for some time, like coming to realize, yeah, he has some dangerous things on him, but at this point it's more that he's keeping them out of the hands of the people who could really use them. Even with his own propositions to use them and his audacity to be saying it, he's a bit afraid of what he would become should he actually do it.
I like that. Is this a power or an idea you will lay to rest for now while you find sleep? Or do you pursue it in any way?
No, Peluna puts it down. Today is not the day he falls. At least that's what he would think.
Rest comes to you all. And during your sleep, dreams find their way to your minds. Rose, you find yourself in beautifully wooden, intertwined halls with carvings and flowers of nature you have not seen before. You look down in your own hands and you are, in fact, a toddler. You can't find words, but you are perceptive. You can hear things about you, hurried voices, muttering words in a language you're not familiar with. Even as a young adult, Rose, these words do not strike your meaning. Yet you feel yourself being lifted from the cradle and rushed off in a hurry. You hear a slight muttering in the common tongue. The Prince of Shadow shall never find you, child. And that's where your dream ends, of flickering images running through this hallway into nothingness. Peluna, you find yourself on a vessel. Calm skies, clear waters, looking towards your Captain Raymond, steering your ship, lean forward casually, just reminiscing of adventures from his past to himself, looking over his hardy crew of sea-hardened but kind sailors, looking towards you as his navigator, having proved himself again and again, not only as a navigator or as a courier, but as a friend and a trustworthy companion. Many seas and stormy weathers have been fought, contested, won. And the next moment, you are on one of these stormy nights, with the sky murky with thundering clouds, waves clashing against the ship several meters tall, almost tilting your ship at a 45-degree angle. Many of your companions have fastened themselves to the railing or to the mast of the ship, preventing goods from sliding overboard or holding on to each other for dear life. You've been so busy with your kind heart to make sure that every sailor was fastened that you've forgotten the most important one on the ship, yourself. A tall wave clashed against the ship, sending you flying over your own sailor friends below you. You clash against the water from an unknown height, almost knocking you unconscious. And you see the light slowly fade until a small speck of light as you sink slowly into the murky, stormy waters. Your high perception allows you to feel movements in the water around you. You recall that these waters that you navigated are known for both beautiful sea life during the day, but also terrors during the night. Sharks are the least of your concerns out here. The concept of time is lost upon you as you sing. The darkness consumes you. And that's where the dream ends. Reginald, you find yourself in a familiar space. It is not the scale that you find yourself upon. You find yourself in a library, standing, not looking at this alternate self, but looking over the disc where the alternate self would stand before. And this time you're the one welcoming him into this domain. Now that is absurd, outrageous. That is not how things are supposed to go in here. Why are you at my desk? You're at my desk. Move! And he kind of walks over to you and pushes you aside. The moment he slams his head on his hand on the desk to move papers around, his hand faces through the desk.
You're in my dream now, I guess.
No.
Weird.
Because I recognize every single object in here as things that I've created and made and charted. How am I a visitor in my own dream? What's happened? No. He looks over at you. Something's changed.
It has. I mean, I did consume another artifact, I guess. Even though it wasn't fully consumed. I do feel some of its essence within me.
So you have taken it upon yourself to devouring. I know we had an agreement on that because your time was running out and your time is my time and I would have died.
Yes, but look at me. I mean, I look completely different, you know?
You do.
I'm young again.
Younger, I think is the fair estimate. I mean, he kind of scratches his own.
Okay, no need to be rude.
Turned white and his hair is kind of hanging, slightly smudgy. It's not as well kept. What is happening in your world right now?
Oh, probably the end of the world tomorrow, or something major is about to happen. My father, our father, is going to marry when I say that I am, my purpose of being born was to be his vengeance, does that mean anything to you?
His vengeance.
Yes, it's vengeance
That's quite
I
ominous,
assume
isn't it? I mean,
It is. Yes. Were you
Your
also
father,
just
my
bred
father,
with
your
the purpose of being an experiment? You know, lab grown, or well, almost lab grown, but infused with powers. You know, is that how you came to be as well?
interesting question. No, I know who Cyrus is. Uh, the lines are blurring, but I know he died from some kind of venture that he went on, and then the next in line kind of became to be, and I was supposed to be the strongest of us all, and do all the other brothers and sisters to retain the position as head of the family, and I've been spearheading research and developed the city.
Huh. Okay.
But something is on. I don't quite.
Yes, I mean, we're talking to each other. You are me, and I'm you, and
yes,
everything is odd.
I am me, and you are you.
Hmm?
He kind of walks over to you, holds his hand up against yours, and in that moment, you and him melt together into one person. And he seeps into you, and you become him, and he becomes you. You regain memories, not of a different world, but memories that were lost and stripped from you. You see a person standing before you, wearing a long black robe. He seems to have some kind of golden shine coming from his chest, long black hair, and golden radiant eyes looking at you. You see a golden trickle run down his cheek as he flicks your forehead. And he turns around and leaves. Two worlds begin to depart in that moment. One where you had kept your memories and things had turned differently, and the world that you have memories of. You experience all that the alternate self of you have experienced, not this father who abandoned you, but a father who stayed around, who developed every single family member personally into become great wizards who all spread across the world for the sole purpose of making the family of Embervale what develops the entire world. And your world in parallel, where every moment in time there should have been a happy father, you see yourself neglected. Not a single point of contact from early child to old man has there been any contact with you. You begin to have memories, not of your own, but of the alternate self of a mother, telling you stories about how your father was an ambitious man, trying to achieve things beyond mortal means, beyond divine means, but he lacked key components, and he hoped for the family to serve not as tools, but as willing companions to help step beyond what it means to be an arcane researcher, an arcane developer, what it means to be a family who works together. Those paths spreading in two completely separate directions seem to also have split this father figure in two different directions. As if a choice was made in that moment in time, not starting with your brothers and sisters, but starting with you, as if your bringing into existence was the one diverted the choices. One thing that is similar between you and the alternate self is only you and the alternate self are humans in this line of family. Only you and this alternate self have this book of potential. Except for one other person. From the other you's memory, your father did not have a book of potential. He called himself the reason for potential. And he called it his bloodline. And he called the other you his proudest creation, not because you were his child, but because you were the first in the bloodline to inherit his bloodline. A way to manifest all potential a person should have who seeks creativity and achievements in life. You stand before you with this book, knowing its meaning, knowing what lies behind it and why it exists. Knowing that you come from an elven mother and a father whose background is unknown. And you feel your ears elongating to some extent, as realization of this no longer suppresses your racial bloodline in you. You are whole for the first time in your life. The book closes and dream ends. And that's where we're going to left off for next session. Ending a bit early, so next session can unfold without any pause.
Ah!
Just one question from Paluna's personal note sheet.
Mhm.
Was that dream a memory or not?
Let's let Paluna try to roll insight check
You
for that
bitch.
next session.
You absolute cunt.
Hmm. Okay.
So enjoy your
yeah.
ChatGPT adventure again, Reginald. We need some years
Is
on that boy.
Reginald an elf now? Did you race change him?
Yep.
Damn.
You don't lose your properties from being a human or variant human, but you now have gained elven properties as well.
Fuck's sake. I need to make another.
Yep.
Yeah.
Curse upon you, funny stat man. Wait, does he get elf stats as well, or just like the other stuff?
He gets the elven stats as well.
Jesus.
So yeah,
Okay. I mean, what the actual fuck?
you enjoy that. You enjoy that. We could go on
For
with the
one more session.
but I don't want to interrupt what's happening next time. I had planned for all this social stuff to last for like an hour after the circus and not 3 hours.
Haha,
But
jokes
I
on you.
enjoyed every bit of it.
But you should have known
Yeah.
this by now, Mickey. Like,
I should have.
This cannot come as a surprise. Like, we're 50 episodes in, Mickey. This is how it's going to go.
And
Gave us
we've
combat
been-
in the last session.
we've
You
been
should have known it would go
In
the
Tear
other way.
Sanctum for like months in real life, but in game, I think we've been here for like 3 or 4 days. 4 days at most, I think.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like
To be
the
fair,
amount
this
of
is
shit
branching
we've
a bit
gotten
beyond.
done.
It is branching a bit beyond just Reginald's story, so
Yeah.
I sure hope so. Something in the
It
world
feels
is
like-
happening as well.
It feels like the past of my character is also about to start violently catching up with them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we might
Yeah,
have
your
some
dreams
problems
are
there in the
kinda fucked
near
up.
future.
I imagine like Paluna rejecting like whatever of the deeps and Eldritch horror that she was, having power into, and at this point she's like, okay, very well then. But we did save your life and pull you out of the water, so now it's time to take you.
Like out of character, Paluna, I kind of wanted you to drink that poison just to see what would happen to your character, considering like you've
Yeah.
messed up like dreams and shit. So that would have like
But that's the thing. Paluna is paralyzed in fear of the gods.
Yeah, last time
Ever
you had
since
those
the episode
artifact- yeah.
Breakpoint, he's been sure, he's a rogue. He doesn't really do much to show it, but all his actions is giving away everything divine he gets. Right? Like,
You've been
if
very
it's
good at
power of the
painting the
gods-
picture that you are for humanity in all the actions you do.
But part of that is not just, for humanity. Part of it is rationalization of someone who's like, oh shit, that was too close, and I am afraid.
Yeah. Sure.
What is action, huh?
Yeah. Started off kind of, chill.
Do we get
interrogating,
like a
threatening some
long
person.
rest at least, so like our sheets are ready for everything?
Yes, you get a long rest. No level ups yet. I apologize.
No, I didn't think it was time for that yet, but at least I have my spell
No, I
slots.
don't get my third level
We had
fighter.
one quite
How could
recently,
you?
no?
Huh?
Yeah, we had one at the fight in the prison, which was like 2 days ago in the game.
Was it one
Mhm.
day? No, was it two? Maybe one. No, it was one day ago, I think.
It was
Fuck you,
2
dude.
What is time?
It
Time
was
is such a good
one,
thing.
because with the
Oh
sewer.
yeah, it was yesterday. Jesus.
Oh wait, am I
Oh
wrong?
my god.
No, I'm not wrong. Yeah, it was yesterday in game, because the sewers was
Are
the
you
same
gaslighting
day as
yourself?
today.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Jesus.
I mean, a lot is happening.
Anyway.
God damn it! Why is it so fucking hard to make ChatGPT do anything, man?
I know.
At least I can depart some pain and suffering onto you.
It's
You're-
literally gonna be impossible to get the fucking same face,
It's
but just
actually
with pointy ears. It's just
Hey,
gonna-
Opa, if you want, you can send me your
Saf,
picture
can
and
you
I
do
can
some like
draw elf ears on it.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
still need to, yeah.
That would be nice.
Is Paluna no longer poisoned upon long rest?
You'll find out next time.
Aw,
Oh the fuck.
poor balloon.
I mean, that is how the cookie crumbles.
I did send you the picture.
Oh
already,
yeah,
right?
yeah, you did actually. So I should have it.
That'll be a happy
Yeah.
little
Oh,
surprise. when you
that
can
would
add
be
some
nice if
glitter
you
to
could
his
do
face.
that.
I can probably pull that
Just add this little cute glimmer in his mustache. Something he never managed to clean.
out. No, I won't.
Like, I asked him to do just put pointy ears, and then he turned the character basically into fucking Harry Potter, with like some glasses on.
Harry Potter.
and,
Oh,
like,
damn. Yeah, okay.
so yeah.
Ask it to add muscles, and then you have Harry Spotter.
Okay.
Oh god.
Potter?
Because at a
Why?
gym, when someone lifts something heavy that you can barely do yourself, you have someone who spots you, who is ready to lift with you in case you can't do it yourself.
What?
So he's Harry who spots.
That's a thing?
Yeah. Very normal thing in
Well,
gyms. Yeah.
We clearly know that Saf has never went to the gym before.
That's not true. I have, but I didn't lift any weight.
It's
You went to
also a
the
reference
gym
to,
for the
like,
local coffee machine just to.
Just to
I went
use
there to
the
just chat
spa
and hang out
facilities.
and like go like really slowly and pet me like, oh my god, yeah, and then like go home without a sweat.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
It's
okay.
also a reference,
If you haven't
Harry
really-
Potter, to some of the most cursed AI that was ever made.
Have a look
Like
at that
back, like in
after
the
and-
early
Oh,
days of
right,
ChatGPT,
yeah.
someone came up with this
Yeah.
concept, and I've never
That's
forgotten
not
it.
cursed. What do you mean? That's blessed.
Blurst. We'll settle
That's
at
a blessed
blurst.
AI. Yeah, exactly. Well, on that note, I'm probably off for the night.
Yep.
How dare you?
Ditto.
Thanks for the
Thank
thing.
you so much
See you
for
tomorrow.
another fun
Tomorrow at 5
session.
p.m.
Oh,
Ah.
Yeah,
by
thank you.
the by,
Oh.
one more thing. About a session on
Huh?
December the 4th. We're all doing that one
Invitation.
or not? Yeah, because I have a bit of an invitation to a Christmas dinner at the running club. Kind of want to go.
I mean,
At the same time, they
you
wanna
should
include you
prioritize your
guys.
social relationships over.
You act like
Yeah.
you guys aren't part
I
of my
mean-
social relationships.
I don't know how much you socialize with the other people. I think it's the difference.
This is part of
That-
my social interactions for the week.
I mean, it's if you
That's
have
just
a
why I wanted to, like-
yearly.
Yeah, go for it. Just go for it. Yeah.
Right, then I'll likely
Fine.
not be here on the 4th of December.
Yeah, maybe we can do a different date, or we just skip.
I'm trying to think because I don't know what you guys are going to do after the wedding because that'll kind of be your chapter endpoint and start something
Yeah.
new. So I can't even prepare in advance for that after. Otherwise, I would suggest we could do like 2 sessions back to back or in the same
mean-
week.
We
Yeah, but
might
that's
be
in
going back to Darkmount
1 to
unless
3
something
weeks
really
until
bad
the 4th.
happens.
Yeah.
it's 3
All
weeks.
right. Yeah, there are sessions beforehand. Right.
Yeah.
I'll think of something. Depending on how things end, I can prepare a little bit, and then we might either do 2 sessions before or after just to compensate.
Isn't that the week you weren't gonna
Yeah.
be here anyway, Mickey? On the first week of December.
Yeah,
or
I have a seminar, but it's not in a distant town this time. It's like
Oh.
so I'll be home
Mhm.
later than normal, but I will be home during that week. But yeah,
Well, we'll have
mean,
2 sessions.
we'll figure
before that.
something out.
Yeah.
We'll make up for it. Hell yeah!
Sounds
So as long as you
good.
guys don't TPK, we can advance. I mean, what? Who said that?
Fine.
What a crazy notion.
But us, TPK? No.
No.
Speaking of, we should probably flesh out that bard concept I had in the back.
Yeah.
Just because in case Paluna ends up actually doing a ultimate sacrifice play in there as well somehow, probably should have it. And for the record, I treat using Cyrix coin as that.
Okay.
Can't wait to see what you cook up with that. That'd be nice.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah,
Guess we'll find out next time.
that'll have to be for the weekend or something.
Out in next
We'll find out
session
next time.
of Against the
I'll see you on the next episode. And is it Thursday yet?
Feels so
Alright.
That's so cringe. I'm gonna leave. Bye.
All right, GG's
Bye.
guys. Bye. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next week. Bye bye.